Okay, and we are live. Shout out to every single person that's here on this Monday morning going through the crypto space and just trading in general. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to kind of focus. The first thing I see here is on eGold. EGLD, Elrond, actually. I say eGold, Elrond. I like Elrond a lot. Been watching them for months. Very, very strong company. Funny is retail doesn't seem to be talking about it all the time, but big YouTubers, niche YouTubers, and I think institutions and other people are on this coin. This thing is going parabolic. Looks like it's not done. I feel like there's way more for it to come. It's going to go sideways and then continue to rip. So watch out for EGLD, Elrond, man, making some huge moves. Look, it's still kind of pointing up. I think it will go sideways here. Something like this. Make its new step, and it's going to have probably 5 steps. So here's step 1. That's step 2. Look at step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, 5, and blow off top. So here's my next target at 25. So this thing can still go up almost 50%, 7 cents. All right, so just want to put this on your radar, and I want to talk about why it's important to join my trading group. Follow me each day. Right here, if you look at my group here, right when Elrond had not even broken out, I'm searching here, Elrond, right? So if I go to my earliest post on this, EGLD, I'm right here at 2:08 p.m. I'm saying, look, it's breaking out, and you could gain 38%. And I basically put it out there, breaking out of a rising wedge. These go parabolic. So anyone in my group knows, man, when something's breaking out of a rising wedge, you really got to start paying attention to it. Super, super important. So remember these things. Rising wedges, if they break to the upside, there's huge gains coming. Almost every time, like I see something break out of, because it's supposed to 68% of the chance, 68% chance to break to the downside, and it doesn't. It actually breaks to the upside. That's a big, big deal. That actually goes against, and when that happens, it turns all the traders with it because they say, well, wow. Everyone's with it, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, the rising wedge, and it blows, it explodes. So there you go. This trade was kind of written for you. I posted it. Then I even posted a reminder for it. Then I even wrote, what coins you should be in for the week. Here's what will make you money this December. Waves, Cody, EGLD, Ben, and Link. Basically explaining what you should focus on in the month of December. These coins are very close to price discovery. Okay, doesn't take too long. Link's kind of doing a little up and down thing. It's swinging. It's finding its way. Band is doing well. Cody has a lot of news. Look for Cody to do what eGold just did. So if you missed out on EGLD, I keep calling it eGold, but if you missed out on Elrond, EGLD, then we can get you into yet another position. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please do your own research. Get a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But check this out. Like, look at Sand. Sand having some big news coming up. Okay? Sand has a lot of news. Whiteboard it, right? So, again, join my announcements page. And in my announcements page, I'm just giving you guys updates all the time. Hitting you with information. Posting it. And if you look back here, Sand, whiteboard it. Sand, December 31st, has tons of news. A public land sale, events launch, Foundation DAO launch, game platform public is beta, Game Maker 1.0 release, multiplayer features, multiplayer capabilities were released on the platform, increasing the platform's appeal to gamers. So this is going to be a big deal for Sand. So watch Sand, man, for the month of December. I just put that on your radar. Get focused on what's going on here. Sand did break out. Seemed like it came back down, forming another bit of a pennant, which it's breaking out from. So Sand technically breaking out. 4 hour looking really nice with a cross right now. Confirmed movement. You got the Stokes pointing up. Everything looking pretty nice right now for Sand. Take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is spent. So when that happens to me, I just wait for it to kind of do its thing on the 1 hour and make sure they match up on the 4 hour. Could it expand? The Stokes are pretty high, curving down. RSI's got a flat top. We'll see though. But definitely something you could dollar cost average into for the month, and maybe dollar cost average out of a pump. So something to think about, San. Let's break into the show like we normally do. Today we kind of made a jump into just some two little quick things, but I just wanted to show you guys why it's key to watch the lifer, why I have great information, and why a lot of my calls play out, because I really think about them very, 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 very intensely. And I don't tell anyone about a call unless it really makes sense. Morning, Mel. How's everything going out there in the wonderful world of life? Now, I made a call yesterday. I said, YFI down looks nice. Posted a chart. And what I did is I just posted from there to there. I said, there's a 10% gain coming. And it went over my actual idea there and went even higher. So YFI down now, making an inverted head and shoulders here on the 1 hour. It had its cross, came up, and boom, you got your 15% gains. I posted this in the channel. Hope you guys loved it. Hope anyone took it. Not sure, but there you go. YF down. Could technically see it was a play. Also, the 4 hour looked very strong. Still does. Still looks very, very good. The Stokes were low though. So we had low Stokes that came up. Everything looked nice. The play made out. So that's the second call. And I even have the proof with the timestamp and everything. You know, just you put in YFI down. And you can search my group as well for calls that I'm making or what's going on. But this was last night at 7:30 p.m. And I said YF down now is looking good. Might have been even the night before. But no, I think it was last night. Yeah. See? Made this call, and it worked out pretty well. And it could go all the way to the top here, too. Something to think about. You can see the 4 hour was just curving up. Everything looked nice. So, and boom, we got our move. So stay tuned for more, man. I'm going to constantly hook you up. Can you look at silver when you ever get a chance, the 4 hour daily? Look for a good breakout. For sure, man. Have a look into TVK when you get some time. Okay? Okay. What's going on, everybody, on the live stream? Shout out to everybody here. Theo Ranch, Crypto24, Eddie DC, Mohit, Ross, this person. Horizon looking good. I want to keep mentioning Horizon. Grayscale. Feeling a good week. I like that. I like that. Grayscale. Think about it. Look at Zen Cash. Horizon, right? Zen. Look at it breaking out of this falling wedge. And it's beautiful textbook because look, if we go back on there on the fib, bouncing off the 706. Now it's over the 618. Should hold strong support. You can see the 21-day moving average curving. 50 wants to hit the 200, but it looks like it's going to curve away. We don't want to see that, right? We don't want to see that death cross. 4 hour looking good. A little bent, though. Double top on the Stokes. So looks like we'll come back down to the 618 for some support. And we'll see what happens for the rest of the day for Zen. But think about it. Grayscale keeps this on the balance sheet, and they buy a good amount of it. So just want you to understand that. I believe it's a Bitcoin fork, but I'll have to verify that. Zcash maybe is a Bitcoin fork, maybe not Zen. But it was an early coin, definitely been out there a long time with the other coins. So we're seeing little spikes. Saw a little bit of a double top here on Theta. Could Theta get through this moment? If Theta breaks this level here at about 80, 79, it go back into price discovery and explode. I still have a target for Theta up here, 50% gains coming. They've been shaved off a little bit since the move. So this is another call. Just like I made those other calls, here's another call. Write this down. Bookmark it. 39% gains coming for Theta. It may go sideways. It may come down a little bit to this rejection point. The support area right around here. So watch Theta. See, you got hit there. That is a strong line of support. We're going to see it just come down, maybe touch it, and continue to move. It breaks 80. It's going into price discovery. Price discovery gives you way more percentage gains. Things just really start to fly. There's not a lot of resistance. So you have higher risk reward ratio when you're near price discovery. It's almost the same trade that you could make before when you weren't in price discovery, like down in here. And you could still make a pretty penny. So the idea is, why not use price discovery to your advantage? And we know there's a few coins that are very close to price discovery. We use that to our advantage. Can you check out Riot? Riot got beat down, honestly. And we'll check out Riot. We'll check out Riot. If you're new to the show, though, we first have to go over Bitcoin dominance, and kind of break down why, because it really helps everybody with any trade they're in if they can understand what's happening with Bitcoin. So right now I had Bitcoin coming back down to the bottom of the pattern, possibly touching, maybe it'll do it over here. So it looks like 18,000 could be its level it wants to hold. Right now it's forming a bit of a flag up here. Does it want to make a Bart Simpson pattern? That would make sense too. But the 4-hour is flagging at the top here. So all we can say is it's bullish until it's not. Right now it's flagging. If it doesn't break the flag, this thing could just keep skyrocketing. So boom, we have it right here. There's my temporary target is $21,000 for Bitcoin. And see how I do that? It's just simple, man. It's just simple. And then I even have this pattern here, which is to me a bull pennant. One of the nicest bull pennants I've seen. Textbook bull pennant. Looks really nice. And we give a target there of about 25,757. So 725. So there's my so far my temporary calls for Bitcoin. I think if it, and now here it is. So this is the scenario for you guys. Watch this bull pennant. It's extremely important you watch this bull pennant. If this bull pennant breaks, it's a good chance we come back down to the bottom of the target of the pennant here, this bigger pennant, and we get a 5% loss, which would be a nice short. Okay. Now this could keep coming down, and if it breaks this line, it's going to go down hard. So you can take a target to. So I have a plan and a scenario for anything that could happen, so you guys are prepared. So here you go. So here's how you prepare yourself, and here's how you trade Bitcoin. We're going to go to the 1 hour to show you this pennant a little closer. But this is it. This is it. This is the Bible right now. Don't listen to anyone who tells you they know exactly where Bitcoin's going. People like that lose a lot of money, okay? It's definitely happening. It's going down. I know it for sure. Nobody knows anything for sure. You have you have billionaires coming in. You have no idea who the next billionaire is coming in tomorrow. And you have Mt. Gox tomorrow. Remember that too. Mt. Gox sell-off tomorrow. Could that impact Bitcoin greatly? It could, right? I'm bracing for that. Might want to kind of close some trades tomorrow and see what happens before you, put yourself to, open to what could happen, right? Mt. Gox, 100. I think it's something like 250,000 Bitcoins get released. Some insane amount of Bitcoins get released. Pretty cool to see most of the Bitcoins getting back after all this time. It shows you that the power of blockchain is real. And yeah, the power of blockchain is very, very real. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for the likes. Please hit the like button. Really does a lot for the live stream. So thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. So check it out. Going back down to negative 5%. So this is what you're going to do for Bitcoin. You're going to watch this bull pennant. Honestly, and I wouldn't touch Bitcoin until it breaks out of the bull pennant or breaks down from the bull pennant. Either one is going to give us our indication of what's occurring. We do have moving averages curling up, which tells us a sign that this may want to move out of the pattern. Take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour looks really juicy. Okay. About to have a cross. Stokes are low with a push up. 1 hour looks nice. So the 1 hour tells me that we want to break out of this bull pennant. So if I had to go with how the oscillators are telling me, it tells me, wow, we went sideways during the bearish movement. We should have come back down to the bottom of the pattern. Like all these red crosses here. See this cross right there? It formed us back down to the bottom of the pattern. This cross right here, it started the beginning of the downtrend. Anyway, I do see a bit of a fractal though. Okay? Look at this. See how we went up? We came down, we came up. This is a bit of a fractal here. I'll show you. It's going to be hard for you guys to see, but I see it. Let me explain. So it's this here. See, this is like the bull flag that we had going in a way. Up, down, up. And you can see we're kind of doing something similar here. We went up, sideways, up, down, up, sideways to drop to drop. So does that tell us that we're going to drop? Here's something to think about. So here's how you play Bitcoin. You're going to watch this bull flag. If it begins to break out and push up, and then it will break out of this bigger pennant, that's going to be a huge sign to get into a long. All right. A lot of people are going to see that. And that's going to create a lot of movement, and people are going to push into Bitcoin at this point. It's going to be a big sign. Now, if this goes sideways, and you start and it slips out, and you see a moving average like the 21 curve over the 50 and stuff, that would be a good sign to short Bitcoin back down to the bottom of this trend line. Then would get out of the position and see what happens. Does Bitcoin go sideways? Does it recollect itself and use bullish divergence to hide it, to save itself, or does it fall out of the pattern? If it falls out of the pattern, it's going to go pretty fast down to 16,300 because it doesn't have a lot of support here in this region. And if it breaks 16,300, it's going to go all the way right down here to 14,004. So this is these are crucial places for Bitcoin. It has one other level here, 15,100, and maybe another level right here at about 15,500. So a couple levels of support that Bitcoin could break through. What I like is that the 4 hour looks good. Actually, 4 hour looks a little hot, spent. So the 4 hour tells me that it's a good chance we come back down to the bottom of the pattern. That's what it's saying to us, right? Here we had a cross there and it brought us back down. We're about to have a cross now. Stokes looking down. If we keep going sideways while this resets, that'll respect the bullish sentiment of Bitcoin. So I think I just gave you the keys to the city. That's how you can play Bitcoin. I mean, and so what you could do is also just get into this pennant and then have, stop losses here and hope you can ride it up, or wait for it to break out either direction. But I would be watching this pennant like a hawk on the 30-minute, seeing really what it's doing and trying to get an indication of where Bitcoin's going. Looks like it's going to keep doing something like this for a little while. Okay, let's show you here with the bars pattern. I love using this thing now. And it just gives me like a little section. Ooh, we don't want to go that big. And you can flip it any way you want. So it's going to be flipped like this. Something like that, right? So it's kind of what I see happening. And then hopefully we either break up or we break down. That would be your entry right there, bottom of the pattern, if we don't break down. Get into a wick, possibly. So this is the scenario for Bitcoin. This is what I see right now. I'm not going to tell you I know exactly what's happening. I'm just going to tell you this is how I play it. And this is what I see. I have similar thoughts for Theta. Most likely come back to the bottom of the trend line, maybe a fake out, and then come back up. Can you look at XRP down and YFI down, please? Yes, for sure. Okay, so now we're going to look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance, look at this. It broke out of a pennant, and then it did a retest. That's a strong indication of a move to the upside. Now, let's take a look at the 4 hour. See, 4 hour had some bearish sentiment that really got displaced by more bullish sentiment. Looks like we're going up. So watch your altcoins. Watch your altcoins. Now, one thing I haven't really discussed is how this affects the down tokens. Because even if tokens go down, does dominance affect even the down tokens? It's interesting, right? It shouldn't. We should have people be smart and move into the down tokens. But looks like we could have a 2.8% gain for dominance. Back to 66.64. Kind of getting ready for a big Bitcoin move, in my opinion. It's telling us something's going on. It looks like we're going to come back to the top of the pattern. And this is kind of what I have here. Isn't that funny? Look what I have. I have that we come up and we then get rejected by the top of the pattern. Very possible. Very, very possible. Or we could just be kind of finishing off this bear pennant, bear flag, in my opinion. And, you can see it's a bear flag. When you flip it upside down, you see it looks just like a bull pennant. And boom, on the way to the downside. So the 4 hour looks pretty good. Daily doesn't. But it doesn't mean we can't at least get up here to get rejected. And then the daily could take over. So dominance looking strong. Sad to say. Looks like it could kind of come up and do a double top. So all eyes on dominance right here, especially at this level. You can see we have resistance. This level is actually key. I'll show you why. Right here. You can see we have right this line here. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. We came down. Bit of support. Support right there. Resistance right here. Support. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. This line has kind of given us a little bit of a trouble. And now dominance is kind of right there at the precipice, coming up to that green line, this one right here. You could even say there's this line right here too, because look, we bounce, support becomes resistance. We're just peaking out. I don't know, man. Dominance looking a little sketchy. 12 hours hot, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and the 1 hour looks like it has a little more room to go. Not too good though. See, even the 1 hour is a little spent. But the 4 hour looks like it wants to go up more. So that retest is key to me there. Something like this. See, it broke out, retested off the top with the 21-day moving average as part of the retest. Beautiful. We have a golden cross coming right now on the 4 hour. You can see the 50 is crossing the 200. We know when that happens that it's a very bullish sign. So Bitcoin dominance looking big, man. Got me a little worried for the altcoins, honestly. Watch your altcoins. Watch the alts. That's kind of what you guys know it. That's what the chart's telling us. I just give you the news. I give you what you can see, regardless, just with maybe a nice radio voice, you know, little clarity to it. But you can see what I see. I can see what you see. Do you see what I see? A star. Yeah. Anyway, 51% for Bake. Ncash flying up 48%. Funny, CBC put that in a video yesterday too. T-Fuel up 28%. Yo-Yo up 23%. A lot of double-digit coins right now. Cody up 13%. We talked about Cody. Cody hit it 5.8. Ah, man. See? CHZ moving. EGLD, top gainer, as we put it out there for you guys too as well in the group. Zen up 8%, and DREP, and then kind of falling down to Theta, ARPA. But not too bad for the movement for the morning. I mean, some big movement here. Ncash, Theta, up 48%. Shout out to everybody here at Crypto Dom Juan, my man. Let's take a look at Ncash. I believe it's called Nucleus Vision. I remember this coin from back in the day. Back in the day. Wow, so it really spiked in the last 4 hours. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Forming a bit of a bull flag, guys. So this looks like it may not be done, honestly. Look at this. Look at this. Forming a beautiful pennant, honestly. Bit of a descending triangle, though. I'll give it that, but a little bit of a pennant. CHZ has news today as well. Interesting. So look, 1 hour looking like it really wants to fly. Let's take a look at this for you guys, and we'll give you your target. Target, it breaks through previous resistance there and gets up to 549 Satoshis. So this thing wants to 100%. It's telling you. 100% Nucleus Vision for ETH. It's been down in the dumps for a long time. No one has talked about it, and now it just absolutely erupts. It's just insane how these coins are coming out of nowhere. Went up 457% in... Oh my God, since this is insane what it just did. Look at that. And it did it from the 11th of December. Today is the 14th. Wow. Even if you didn't sell the top and you forgot, you'd still be up 210% on the move. And it's looking like it wants more. Let's take a look at the 30-minute, how this looks. Yeah, see? About to fly here. 30-minute looking pretty good, honestly. Ncash. Interesting. How many more gains are coming? This is another 100%. Easy. I mean, something that can go up 400% that fast. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, look, double bottom. Look at that. So close. A little lower on the low, too. They even took it lower. Like, they're like, you know what? We'll get the best price possible. So you could have think about it. No sense in holding these coins. You could have held these coins all the way here and then still got the best price right here before the pump. Look at in the dumps this thing is. Look how high this thing has been before in its life. Look at this wick. So it came out in March of 2018, right after, you know, and it had a huge pump. Look at that. This thing has been 28,000 Satoshis before, and now it's only 269, and it just went up 460%. Nothing seems to amaze me in this market. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Playing crypto can be like playing options on some days. It's just the amount of returns that occur in a day are just mind-boggling. In hours, mind-boggling. Duck the line. I have know what that means. I looked. It was one of the top trending on CoinGecko. If you wanted to see another moonshot, Duck Dow Dime. Let's take a look at Duck Dow Dime. Should be on CoinGecko. I was looking at nerds too, guys. You think about nerds? Duck Dow Dime. It's that new, huh? Can't find it right here. Ducks Unlimited. Duck coin. I swear I couldn't even find it. You guys send a link into the Telegram, man. Don't make me like run around like that. That's rude. You just had it. Where? Where? DuckDAO DDIM. Wow, moving up 559% in 30 days, up 438% in 14 days, in 24 hours, and moving. DuckDAO Dime. Let's check it out. Circulating supply, about 1.5 million, still pretty small. Trading volume, market cap 20 million and growing. Fast market cap, dang. Markets. Looks like you can only buy this on Uniswap, LA token. This thing is flying. Amazing. 2.1 on the volume. CoinTrader Pro. Let's see if we can get it locked in here on DuckDAO. I want to talk about Share Token while I have it up. Got into Share Token. I think this is really the place you want to start accumulating it. Look, last time, boom, boom, boom. I think this time when it breaks out, it's not coming back in here. You're not going to get this pump and dump action. I think you're just going to get a complete pump like this. Remember, these look like these eventually. This looked just like this at one point. Okay? This was the biggest pattern in the game. We were looking at just this like this. Okay? And we were like, where's it going to go? What's going to happen? It's going up and down. And look, it's at the bottom now. It likes to pump, likes to pump, likes to pump. Now it's at the bottom now. So, I mean, I'm just deja vu, guys. Deja vu. Likes to pump, likes to pump. It's at the bottom now. Don't miss this. Don't be that guy. This is a beautiful moonshot, okay? 217% gains coming. If you just want to play this in a couple months and make a big gain, I'm going to hold this for a year. This is a big-time holding position for me. I'm adding it to my portfolio of top 10 coins. Sharing, man. I think it's going to do some amazing things. An amazing move. So keep your eye on sharing. Look at it right now. MACD has a cross. RSI pointing up. Stokes are pointing up. It's at the bottom of the pattern. This thing is ready to rock. So don't miss sharing. Okay? Don't miss it. I bought my sharing.
I'm so happy. You've been talking about it for some time.
Yeah, I made sure to get in.
Here's your pill.
Thank you. Yeah, I am personally disclosing that I have a bag and I am in there. So below 2 cents. I got in last night. Really appreciated it. So I feel really good about my purchase. I'm happy I got it. When I didn't own sharing, I was a little nervous. I like to own things that I know are going to moon. There's been coins I know have mooned and I didn't buy them, and it's a bad feeling when you're pretty confident about your own market assumptions and you don't work on those, right? DuckDAO Dime. Let's take a look at this thing on a chart. I want to really get in. Wow, we missed the boat on this one, huh? I mean, there it is. So you can see on the daily, we were late, guys. Wish you guys had told us about this a little earlier. I don't like seeing this. This just says me that my group, we didn't know. Someone knew more than us. So how do we find out about the next duck DAO dime? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. We could use every situation to become better. You know, how do we find something like this? Let's go into a shorter time frame to get a look at what's happening. 1 hour just exploding. It got released at $5, and this thing just shot up in the span of, interesting, how long did this take for it to happen? If you got in at the beginning and you waited 196 bars, doesn't give me the time, but that's 196 hours. And we already know that's like 2, 4, it's about 8 days, right? 8.16 days. So 8 days to get paid like you read about. And you didn't even have to wait 8 days. Could have just gotten in like right here at the by the breakout, right? By the breakout and made, you know, in 9 days. Funny, why does it say in 9 days when that's the hour? But maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 days, 5 hours. Interesting. And now it's doing the parabola steps, right? I mean, step 1, step 2. It looks like it's going to flag here, and there's a chance that there's more to come for this thing. I mean, so look for it to flag out. Hitting Apple T, which is trend line, just doesn't want to make it. So look, and guys, you can chart what I'm doing here completely for free. Chart CoinTrader Pro. So if you don't have the money, if you're just starting out, just go to CoinTrader Pro and you can do your thing right here. I think this is gonna kind of range and then blast off again. So Stokes are low in the 1 hour, and it looks like it's actually going to cook. Look, at last time, so look, it double topped a bit on the Stokes, came back down. They're resetting. Yeah, I would watch this. It definitely looks tempting for sure. DeFi is exploding. If you haven't noticed, a lot of DeFi is just making big moves. So there's Duck DAO Dime for you guys, DDIM. Shout out to all my subscribers. We're really a good group who's on it. I almost bought a week ago, but didn't even look at the chart. Yeah, I'm on the fence. He does seem to talk about the same coins over and over again. I'm on the fence. He does seem to talk about the same coins over and over again. XRP is a dead token. Oh man, we get that all the time. Can we look at EGLD? We did at the first. That was the first thing we looked at. EGLD was the first thing we looked at. I would go to the very beginning of the video. That's how the video started, and you'll see what's going on. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Let's look at YFDAI. YFDAI. I am personally invested in this. Wow, this thing is exploding, up 190% in 30 days. Wow. I told my friends about it, told everyone I knew about it. They refused to get in. This guy right here, Chris Conlon, who's saying XRP is dead. I told him about it. I even posted this video. I'll show you.
Terrible.
Terrible. What is he talking about? Let's see. Wait. I don't want to see what he said was terrible.
Terrible.
He's looking
here. Wow. Kind of. I mean.
He's funny.
Kind of interesting. I don't.
All right, so check it out. 684 subs. Shout out to everybody. 17 people watching. Love it. Thank you so much for all the support. It means the world to me. I appreciate every single like, every single comment, every single eye that hits the screen. I really, really appreciate it. So check it out. I thought this project was really viable. I thought it was amazing. I also thought it was safe. I thought it had a good team behind it. I like YFDAI a lot. Okay, enough to make a video explaining exactly how to buy it, exactly what to do, Exactly. For anyone who kind of was a little nervous or a beginner into crypto, didn't understand. So I made a video for my friends and I sent it to them. I don't think one of them watched it. And I don't think one of them got into the coin. And I said, this coin can get to 100K. Smallest supply in crypto. Now,
welcome to my channel.
Understand supply and demand. If you're watching all these things move, it's like, come on, man, right?
The lifer. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe.
Also, BitBoy Crypto is on their team. He's on their development and he's on their promotional team. I mean, he's got a great channel, so he's gonna get the word out too. So that, like, to me, it's like, fine. You don't want to be in the Mickey Mouse coin because it's like, oh, it was a BitBoy shill. You want to be on these underground level coins, but at the same time, man, this coin is making 70%.
I'm going to show you how to buy
APY.
YFDAI
For me, you know,
Uniswap.
and I'm saying you do whatever you want.
YFDAI and Uniswap.
I'm not telling you to do this.
Let's
Last time I mentioned anything in DeFi,
you're going to go to Uniswap.
they yanked my live, and I don't want that to happen again.
.org.
But check it out.
But it hasn't been working right with Brave browser.
I taught you how to go
at Coinbase and send it
to
here,
Coinbase and send Ether to your MetaMask. I taught you how to download a MetaMask wallet.
Wire.
I explained it all.
They are kind of hitting me
Chris
with a little
Conlon,
high price. Like they'll hit
complaining about
if you
XRP. I
force
gave
it.
you 190% gain, and I gave you something that you can farm and stake. Like, I don't know, man.
Some random.
You could give someone like 100 golden rings, and if one little diamond fell off one of the rings, that's all they would complain about. All right, they'd forget all the gold you gave them. And look, I'm talking about it right here on November 18th.
Go back to the Uniface Interswap.
It's at $1,700 right here. I'm putting it on everybody's radar here on YouTube. Only 423 lucky souls watch this video. I think I should title this and put in a better thumbnail. I didn't make a thumbnail. I got lazy. You're supposed to hear the video in the background.
So you click copy and you copy the address.
I'm playing a video.
You then go back
to
the Uniface Interswap.
Pay attention.
And you hit select the token.
If you're in school, pay attention.
You paste the address up here. It'll find it.
I'm playing a video explaining how to buy YFDAI.
And you hit max. You know, I don't have any swap button.
So what a call again. I mean, look at the call I made.
Now let's finish the tutorial.
I'm telling you about a coin that I'm in. I'm telling you it's good. It's at 1754. And look at it now today. 33,475. Like, there's 100% gains right there. You could call it a day right now and say, Crypto Lifer showed me how to make 100% gains. You know, anyway, this isn't financial advice. Do what you think is right. Do your own research. Get yourself a financial advisor if you need. Don't listen to me. This is for entertainment purposes only, completely. But I do have a track record and proof that I talked about something and it's up 100%. And that was just a month ago. Buy me some, please, sir. Thanks. What's your call at the moment? At the very moment, sharing is the call. Like I said it right now. Like, that's the next big call. Sharing at 2 cents, under 2 cents. If you don't get sharing under 2 cents, I think you're sleeping under a rock, man. What does that mean for alts when dominance right now is bullish? It's not good for alts. It's not good for alts at all. Not good for alts at all. So, yeah, you know what it means. Come on, man. Everyone in my group should know what it means when dominance is pumping. It means something isn't right in Kansas, right? Something isn't right. Things aren't perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at YFDAI on the chart now. So we got Duck, Dow, Dime. Write that down, guys. Looks like it's going to flag and it could explode again. A lot of these coins they do pump absurdly. Got a link. So this is another thing. Please join the Telegram if you're new. Going to talk about some other things too, how to keep yourself safe. We're going to get into the cyber attack a little bit today. We're going to get into some news because it has something to do with us. And yeah, for sure. Okay, so check it out. You posted a chart here. Binance Futures Long, X5, pending state, entry zone. Pending state, when he wants to get to 272. Yeah, it's possible. I'm in the chart, man. I don't see what you're talking about, Dio, unless you posted before them. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Theo, post it again. It's got to be the first thing I see, or I won't be able to get to it quick, you know? Let me actually see. I had something. Yeah, just post it fast. It has to be the first thing I see, or I can't. It throws me completely off of my whole game. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on. Like if you say posted a chart, you have to post it again right now, immediately to the front of the chat, because I can't be going through the chat while I'm doing my live stream. I sound like annoyed, but it's just because I want to give you guys the most. Morning, peoples. What a busy week last week. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Bitcoin pumping right now. Okay. All right. So let's go back to Bitcoin and look at what we were talking about. We can see I gave you a really good I think I really broke down Bitcoin really well today. Even for me, like in my own mind, I'm like, oh, that's a really great way to do it, Sam. Like you really showed everybody nice, calm, and clean what can happen to Bitcoin. So right now, look, it's a chance it starts to break out of here. So watch for this to break out. Look at the 30-minute now. Seeing some movement. I think like Bitcoin might be about to pump right now, honestly. So watch out. And dominance looks like it's about to pump too. I think we're about to have a huge Bitcoin move. Okay, I didn't ask or post anything. Oh, okay, my bad. So sorry. Someone else, check Telegram, could use your take on this. Okay, I'm sorry. I read your thing accidentally. See, I messed up. Joe posting some cool stuff here. Let's see what Joe posted. He posted an ADA chart, a BNB chart, and a bull pennant on TCT. I like TCT. It tends to pump pretty nice. Look, it's already kind of popping out of the pennant. It is hitting resistance there. Could have come back down. May want to open this up and turn it into like a double bottom scenario that possibly could happen. But yeah, I like these charts. I like this idea. Not bad. I like the big, thick chart. I really like that. Big, thick font really showing you what's going on. I do like that a lot. So right now I'm in Rose. Rose seems to be taking off. I talked about Rose last night. I'm up 3.3%, up $55. Not huge, but we're in Rose right now. So we'll show you Rose, why I got into Rose. And it tends to pump. It's a brand new coin. So I just felt like, you know what, the odds were with me for Rose. And I'll show you some other things that I saw happening for Rose. So if the whole market pumps up, you're going to see a big influx in everything. Let me show you YFDAI right now, because I'm going to give you where I think it's going on the chart. If you want to, I talk about it so much, you may FOMO and you may want a piece, right? So check it out. Now YFDAI is starting to do its parabolic moves. And you can see here, look, had a falling wedge, broke out. Pennant came out of here, went parabolic, got the rejection of the parabolic runoff, right? Broke the parabola, came down, hit support and resistance. There was resistance, hit support, formed a wedge, broke out of the wedge, got rejected, formed a head and shoulder pattern. I got nervous of this. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I got really nervous of this. But then it didn't form. It didn't form. You know, we got down here and we came back up. We formed a new trend. We've been on this long trend ever since. I bet if we go to the daily, you're going to see there's hidden bullish divergence there. I'll show you what I'm talking about if you're not sure. And it's actually, I mean, like if you take swing high to swing high, which is up to up like that, and then you take the swing high to swing high, it's flat, and they will intersect. So that's bullish divergence, even though it's not perfect. Stokes are really high on the daily now, and we're starting to kind of curve up again. So the daily is getting a little extended, as you can see. Last time we were extended on the daily, we came down to form a pennant. Here we came down to form a wedge. And here we went sideways a little bit. So if it's bullish, we're going to stay sideways. If not, we'll see what happens. But we broke out, and now we're forming a bit of a parabola again, breaking out of this. Good morning, Dehan. What's going on, man? Sorry, Theo. Sorry, I thought you did, man. I read someone else's name, and then I was like, wait, who was it? Okay, check Telegram. Could use your thoughts on this. Okay. Yeah, when you do that, check Telegram. You got to say, like, here's the chart, and then post it like real. If you can, post it quick, like, or repost it to the front of the chat. You have to remember, like, I'm live streaming, have multiple windows open, have a whole show plan, have subject matter that I already want to get to, and have all sorts of things like flying around in my head. Also, my focus isn't the greatest. It takes a lot for me to stay on focus. And You know, I've been working on it for years. I was one of those kids that was born with ADHD and all that. So help me help you stay focused. Okay, so check it out. Right now, in my opinion, we're forming a little bit of a pennant too, right here on the 1 hour. And we're about to have a MACD cross on the 1 hour. Stokes are a little high. Now we have some support right here. If we do break down, we came up this high before at about 3,500. That was our high. We're approaching that high again. Now, if we approach that all-time high, we're going to go into price discovery. We're going to price. I mean, this thing is constantly in price discovery. It's just been in. That's what I love about these tokens. You can see it's just constant upside. Look at this. Still in a parabola. See the parabola I have drawn? So I have YFDAI. Honestly, if it breaks out, see this bigger pattern here? This bigger pattern had a beautiful target. So here's your pole. I ran the pole up out of the pattern. Boom. And same thing as this. You could take the pole here, which was right around here, something like this. See that pole? You throw that pole to the wedge, and look, that's exactly where price went, to the T. Match the pole to exactly, right? So we take this pole and we match the pole as well. And that puts us well over 4,000, actually at $4,900. Don't be surprised when this thing is $5,000. I was telling you about it at about $1,500. Now, it's because of the circulating supply. Very, very small. Okay. They also have what's called SAFESWAP. Things of that nature as well. So it's pretty interesting where you can buy this. Right now, you can get it on Bilaxy and on Uniswap. Okay. But eventually, it will be on what's called SAFESWAP. Not sure if they've launched yet, but that is YFDAI's own swapping mechanism. Like, okay. So the 5-minute just had a huge rejection for Bitcoin. It's interesting to see. So we came here to the top of the pattern. Looked like we may break out. Well, we got rejected. That's cool. Looks like we're going to come back down now. That rejection. So, like, if you want to play little moves and big moves, so go to the 5-minute. Take a look at this. Looks like you may have a short on your hands. Back to the bottom of the pattern. You can just pattern trade this. The 34x leverage, that could give you about 40%, you know? So 1.34% gains. I posted. It's the last thing I posted. Awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. But see, now I have to scroll through everything. I can't. You gotta repost it again. You see what I'm saying? You gotta repost it again. I can't scroll through here looking for it. You see? Because other people could be sending in. Who knows? Who knows what else is going on? I still haven't seen it, what you're posting. See, and I'm flying here, and now we wasted time. So help me help you guys repost it right away. And don't DM me, because then I got to look for the DM. I got the room open right here. Yeah, I don't see anything here. See, look. Just got to post it right here. Help me help you guys. Okay, Binance Futures Long, X5, this. Okay, I'm waiting. I don't see nothing. See? Oh, there's no chart. You just posted the actual trade. I see what you're saying. See, that threw me off too. I posted. It's the last thing. I don't know. You know, Rose Oasis Network has a deal with the Chinese government on their national crypto coin. Bullish. So there you go, man. Rose doing some shady work with the CCP. No, he threw it in there. It just wasn't a chart. That's why I got thrown off. All right, now I'm going to give you a look at the total market cap. Total and total too. Super important you're looking at this every day. And this is what I really like to see is the crypto total market cap. Okay. And we take a look at this. It just had a nice spike to the upside. Okay. A nice one. Not for a breakout? I think, yeah, it is. It is. It really is. So it's breaking resistance that it's been in since December 13th, yesterday. 24-hour resistance. But we are on the 5-minute. But I just want to see the temporary move and where we could go. So even here, we have a target. And if the crypto total market cap continues to move up, okay, and this is all of the cryptos, including Bitcoin. This is everything. So we could get up to 571 billion again. We had our big cup. This is a bit of a cup and handle, actually, guys. Look, we have a cup and handle. So that's bullish. We all know that's very bullish. So cup and handle on the 5-minute could easily send us back up to $586 billion. Let's take a look at the 1 hour and what's going on. 1 hour wants to break out. Look at that. So look for movement. And it looks like money is coming into the cryptocurrency market. And this also tells me that Bitcoin's going to pump. You see what I'm saying? See how we're building a picture with all the scenarios? 1 hour looks really good. Bull, accumulation bull. Even a bigger bowl almost, you could say, right? If we want to make this a bowl, there's a way we could bowl this out and say Bitcoin was in an accumulative bowl right here. Look, this is accumulation. We say this all the time for altcoins. So I think this is huge what I just made. This is kind of an epiphany. No one else has really made this bowl. I haven't seen any trader really make the bowl yet. You can see we're in this widening channel as well. There's a chance that we're widening here and we're going to come down. See how I'm looking at so many different scenarios? Look at 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3%, or whatever. There's your 333 again coming up for the day. It's going to have to happen every day, so it's going to exist. But could we break down out of this and go to the bottom of the pattern? You see the bigger pattern I'm saying? It's this top line here and this line here. That could send Bitcoin where? All the way here, even to the bottom here. Oh, the whole market cap to $485 billion. And that would bring Bitcoin down. As you can see, same chart, really, Bitcoin's in. Now let's take the total market cap for all of the cryptos. And I was worried. I said, if we don't hold this level right here, we're going to fall down to this level. If we don't hold that, we're going to fall down to this level. And I had a nice, cool little fractal here going. I pulled from like over here. So I think I pulled it from there. See that? Kind of was that fractal there. And we sent it on. Now, I said it's extremely important that we hold this line. You could say kind of we made the line a little bigger here. Something like this. We saw a little bit of bullish divergence slightly here on this move because we were flat. Bring back the camel. Yeah, well, there is the camel. See? Foot, shoulder, foot, neckline, big head. You can see it's hard to see, but there's the camel there. Now, it was extremely important that we bounced off of this level. And we didn't break, which was about $188 billion. Now we're up to 196. And to me, we're flagging. We're flagging. This is a nice flag. So it's an interesting scenario because it looks like this is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is all of the altcoins. So it looks like DeFi could be kind of making a role where we see Bitcoin dominance pump, but we could see DeFi kind of do its own thing. So if this breaks out of this rising wedge and at least comes here to the top of resistance that we already have drawn, that would put it back up to $213 billion, an increase of 7% in the market cap. And that would bring a lot of these coins up, 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 and away. So let's look at Rose right now in consideration with that and see what's going on with Rose. Let's check it out. Rose USDT. Now, look, it is breaking out. It broke out, retested, in my opinion. There's a retest on the 1 hour. Broke out, retested. Now it's coming for more. It's very close to price discovery. Once it breaks out of here, to me, I mean, that's a big resistance point. Once it breaks this line here at 6.2, you see some huge gains out of Rose. Now, yes, its all-time high is up here, but that's when it gets established. It comes into the market November 19th. Very early coin. As he said, very bullish with some news with the Chinese government. So Rose doing something kind of unbelievable here. Look at Rose. Forming this parabola, kind of making its move on the way up. It's in the bull pennant. It broke out of a rising wedge. I'm liking Rose right now. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's see how we can check out the trade. Trade is up now $75, up 3%. So Rose looking nice. Rose. Rose doing its thing for the day. Anyway, I like that. Okay, let's get into the tickers you guys were asking about. Let's see, Hadouken at the beginning of the show. And again, as the show goes, it's Bitcoin dominance. It's the gems that I'm picking for the day. It's the trade that I may be in and an update to that. Then it's the tickers that you guys want, and then it's the news. And that's how the show works, right? We kind of have that formula, right? So, yeah. Okay. Can we look at EGLD? We did. I told him to go check that at the back. CoinGecko, can't wait. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Theo the Wrench. NOIA, please. Thank you. Okay, cool. And Dukin, you asked about YFI down. I aped into it. Interesting. That's not a good move, I'm guessing. You spelled it wrong. You just had it. Oh, yeah. Duck Dow Dime. CHD has news. I know Hadouken asked for something at the beginning of the show, and I'm trying to see his name here. Check your Telegram. Update on Wing. Okay, yeah, we'll look at Wing. We'll look at Wing, YF down. I know you asked for YFI down, which I talked about at the beginning of the show. So I basically showed you this chart. You know, I said it was in a pennant, but it had bearish divergence here. I said now it's a good time to get in. I showed the chart, and I showed it came up. Now it's in a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. Looks like it will make another shoulder. There's possibly some upside for this. Right now, the 1 hour wants to curl down. So, but the 4 hour looks pretty good. Looks like there's some more upside for YFI down. We could actually open it up into this now. I don't know. Actually, I think it's like this. This is what I think is happening, and it just has to make its way back into the pattern, and then it could explode. Interesting. Let me get rid of all that and try to look at it again in a new perspective, just kind of change my thought. And there it is in a nice bowl as well. Accumulation bowl. Doing its thing. Looks like it could jump right up again. And there, do we have some hidden bullish divergence? I think we do. You know, we don't have to go that far back. We can swing up to swing up. We have swing low to swing low here, which is an uptrend. And then we have swing low to swing down here, which is in a downtrend. It tells you that the trend will continue. So that's something to watch. YF down. So interesting. Seeing some bullish signs for YF down. Let's take a look at YFI and see if we see bearish sentiment for YFI. Why? Well, yeah, I mean, right now we're in a bit of a rising wedge. Okay? Which is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. So this thing is already kind of forming a shady pennant. Like these are we don't like to play these unless they start to break out, right? It could, I see it right here saying it could go up 29% to the top of the pennant. So I'm watching this line, and it does have an inverted head and shoulders here. So there's something to think about. The 4 hour, though, is curving on the MACD, but low on the Stokes. Something to think about. Very interesting. Two scenarios could possibly play out. Could come up here and then break down. So we could get a little more movement, and then it could break down yet again. And you can see, is it going to do this? It's in a bigger pennant. And then I have the possibility that it's at the top of the pennant and it got rejected, hit the top. And is it going to make a bit of, this is a possible head and shoulder pattern here inside. You see it? Just like it did here, head and shoulder. Is it going to replicate that exact idea? And it looks like it kind of is, honestly, if we really take a deep dive on it. It's interesting to say the least, right? I always lose that head and shoulder idea. Magnet mode, you know what that does? Is it basically puts your support and resistance lines and it snaps them to candles for you. That's what that magnet mode does. I found that out the other night. Date range, projection, fixed range. So here's your head and shoulder, right? You get your right shoulder. Boom. You got your head. And then we're going to make a left shoulder here, right? Just like we did here, and then break down. So, or is actually, you know what? The right shoulder could even get to the top of the pattern. So see what I have going on here? That would make it a little higher than that shoulder though. So maybe we just have to adjust it down a little bit. Something like this is very, very possible. And then we can come back down to the bottom of the pattern. YFDAI, and then YF down would be an amazing play. And this still would be bullish as it kind of made its way through this giant pattern to break out. So interesting. 2 under the text button. Amazing. Amazing. So that's what I see happening. YF down does look bullish, but I see some scenarios either way where we may have to wait a little bit. Like this could go sideways for a little bit, or it could even go down a little more down here. Looks like YFI wants to go to the top of the pattern. YF down could come back down here, and that would be a beautiful entry for YF down. We look at the 4 hour. It's about to have a cross, though. Looking really close to a cross, but the 1 hour is a little, wants to curve down. So wait for the 1 hour to curve down, maybe down here, and then the 4 hour will take over. And YF down still looks like a play to me. I'm not kind of over it. Not over it. Let's look at XRP down. Let's just look at XRP in total. What is XRP doing? What happened to XRP? Let's take a look. I had a lot of work on it. I have a great video on it if you really want to see it. It kind of really just break down everything about XRP for this entire month. I really think it's almost not worth me going over it right now because that video, I spent 10 minutes on XRP alone, how to trade XRP for the month of December. The Crypto Lifer. I hope you're having a great morning. Falls through. It looks like it's definitely going back to that 45, 46 region. I show you all your support and resistance regions. I show you everything of that nature. I really show you how to trade in that video. That video is a basic introduction to what to do, like how to set it up, how to look at something. So here you go. We're going to make some support and resistance lines. If you're new to my channel, this is what we do. We also we tutor, we want to show you how to catch a fish. We don't want to just give you signals and calls. I don't mind giving you a trade here and there so you can understand what I'm doing. The only reason I'm giving you a trade is to kind of show you my mentality, how I'm figuring out how to get in and out of a trade. The calls are really just to show you, and that's why I don't give a call unless I'm very, 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 very confident in it. So you're going to see me. I'm not trying to give you 10 calls a day. So like 4 win and 5 lose and all that. I'm trying to give you like 2 or 3 calls every couple of days, and I want them to be gold. I want them to be gold. So check it out. Right now, 1 hour wants to curve up, double bottom on the Stokes, and we're low here. That to me is an indication to get into a trade. Also, what I see here is we have flatline, but then we have a curve up on the RSI. So the curve up on the RSI tells me that we have what's called bullish divergence, right? And bullish divergence, that would be a perfect place right now to get into the trade on this second hip at 499. So XRP, man, at 49 cents looks pretty nice. It just got rejected by that 21-day moving average right there. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. What does the 4 hour look like? 4 hour just had a cross, a little bit of bullish momentum, but then look, it looks like it may not want to cross, may want to curve back up. It may not be done. We'll see what happens, but right now it's giving us a little bit of a bullish sentiment on that curve away from the red line. Also, we still see a little bit of bullish divergence slightly coming in. Interesting. Some people will say this is it's a descending triangle because it keeps hitting the top here. You want up, down, up, down for the pennant. This is a descending triangle because it really doesn't hit the bottom of the pattern until the end, see? And then it usually falls out. So that's the difference. You can say, well, it looks just like a bull pennant, Crypto Lifer. How are you calling it? To me, it's a falling wedge, really, with this strange fallout at the bottom. They tried to make it into a pennant. But to me, it's really just a falling wedge, which could break to the upside. Let's pull a Fibonacci on XRP. I think it's important at this point. Alt F is going to give you your keyboard shortcut for that on TradingView. I'm sure it'll be the same in CoinGVao. They don't like to change much. So we're at the 0.5 fib, just falling into the 0.5 and the 618, which is the golden pocket. And we're at the 200-day moving average as well. That tends to be a really strong place. I'll show you the last big pump we had, and we'll try to compare what's happening. So here was a really nice pump, right? All the way up here to 32 cents. I remember that. That was the swell pump, I believe. Yeah, into August maybe. Yeah, maybe not. just that it was a summer pump in August. We pumped up hard. We came back down, and you can see we went underneath the 200-day. We popped back up, and then we did fall through the 200-day moving average. To find support on this level here at about 23 cents, and you can see we hit it there. So previous resistance became new support, right? And then we were able to bounce, make our way, bounce off the 200-day moving average. But you can see this is a key point now. We want to see what's happening with the 200-day moving average. We don't want to break it. It's extremely bearish. Now I'm going to show you what's called trend watch. This is a really key element. Is it tab? Something alt tab. I was researching anyway. No, just to get up an indicator fast. Oh, there you go. But I want to take a template out of here, and I want to go to trend watch. Now, trend watch is something I've been talking about for about a month now with you guys. If you pay attention, you get the gem. If not, it's completely up to you. But what you want to do is you want to have a weighted moving average at 144. And then you want to have just a simple moving average at 4, which really is just the price. And you always want to sell whenever the price specifically dips below these limits. So I'll show you. As the price comes up and crosses this, you want to buy. You get a nice run. As the price comes up and crosses this, you get a buy, you get a nice run. As the price crosses this, you get a buy and you get a nice run. So right here, as we cross, that was your indication to start buying XRP at about 26 cents, and then we would make our move. Look, we would bounce right off of this moving average. See how strong it is? Other people are definitely watching it. We came up, we came through, and then we broke below. Not a good sign. But you know what? That's also a buy signal, right? Whenever we're below, that's probably a good low price. See, look, whenever we're high, it's probably a good time to sell. So when we were this high away from the moving average, it told you that it is a good time to sell. We tend to revisit no matter how high we go. We seem to always come back to this moving average, to this 144-day weighted moving average. So here we keep going over, and you're going to see that we did fall through, and we're at a 0.5. How much further do we fall? We could fall far. It's a bearish sentiment. You could wait for us to kind of get back over it, and then you could long again, and that would be a safer move. The 144 weighted moving average. I call this trend watch. You put the 4 hour and you can see really how consistent it is. Unbelievable. Again, if you look at it on the daily, same scenario here. We're bearish below it. We're bullish above it. Doesn't do well for the USDT pair on the daily just because it hasn't been around that long, right? So here if we look at the 1 hour, it's a little more temperamental, but it's the same idea. It's the same idea. We're below it. We don't want to be below it. We want to break back above this trend line. So key level to watch, okay? Key level to watch here, this 144 weighted moving average. Take a look at other coins and see, are they about to cross? This one is about to cross it. So that's a sign, right? That's a sign. Look, when we cross it, we usually get a bit of a move. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but you get there's a little fake out there with double top. But we do get a bit of a move when we move out of these. Let's keep a look at some other coins that I've been talking about. This is retesting it and could be bouncing up out of it. XTZ doing pretty good on that. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, it's still below, so we wait for it to break above. And then we long. See? Wait for this to break above, and then we long. I mean, you could get down here and hope we're going to get snapped back to it. It's a good chance, too. We already went low. Whenever we go pretty low, there was a double bottom, though. It could be double bottom, So I don't play the idea. It's not like the 21 where I think we're just going to snap around. But, yeah, I just, you can long when you get above it. It's pretty dope. Pretty amazing. Let's take a look at XTZ now. It fell completely, formed this giant rising. But now it broke, look, it broke resistance that it's been in since November 26th. So that's like a 2-3 week resistant period that it's been in. It broke through, retesting a little bit, coming back down, but it's looking pretty good. At 7% a year staked, right? One of the first staking coins. And I believe you can get it on Coinbase, 221 XTZ. Been moving really slow recently. Really been in the same area for a while now. That one pump up to $3 and it came back down. But to me, it's in the accumulation phase. Okay, this is where it's accumulating. We can take a fib on it. It's done great, really. If you see where it's at, look, head and shoulder pattern, played out, hit the bottom, bounced off previous resistance and support right there at 177. This is really a good coin to accumulate, and I think anything around the $2 region is a steal. We used to talk about this at $1.20 on my channel months ago. I did think it would kind of be its price hasn't been as amazing as other coins, honestly. Just like I think, and that's because I think it started staking so much earlier, so it has less volatility, right? Which is a good thing in a way. But also you can't get like, that E-Gold or the EGLD or, Nucleus Vision 500% in a day. There will be a day where it will pump, though. It will. See these pumps here? This pump from 125 all the way up to 329. That's a 300% gain. You will see some pumps for this coin. And in the most part, it's even in this. Look at it. It's in a giant bowl. It's in a really big bowl here. Boom. So accumulation range for this, and right here is the accumulation range. So if you like XTZ as a project, if you believe in it, I like it. I like it here. Below that, it's below the trend watch though, so we want to see that. I want to look at Rose on the trend watch, take a look at what I see happening. We'll give an update on Wing in a second too. Sorry, it took me a while to get to that. Just wanted to break that down for you guys. Let's take a look at Rose. So Rose, really the trend watch barely works. We're going to have to go to like the 15-minute to try it. And it is, look, it works on all time frames. Look, we break above, we fly. We break down, down. We break above, we go up, down, down, down. And look, we just about broke above it right now. So it's a good sign. Came up, came down below, and broke above. We want to see this continue up and make a move. So I like Rose right now, doing all right, doing okay. Only up $32 though, playing games. Rose. All right. Now let's take a look at Wing. And now send me your tickers, guys. Throw those tickers at us. Like, let's get into the groove. And look, this thing just hit, I think it hit 3,500. So this thing is moving, man. Wow. Let's take a look at I like to look at the 15-minute when things are moving. So yeah, to me, it already broke out. Look at that. It's breaking out. So you could buy the breakout technically right now. Just a temporary breakout on Uniswap. This thing is about to fly. Gonna put it up at temporarily up at 3,800. Yeah, $3,832. Let's take a look at TWK from my man. Let's look at what it is. We'll add that to the news at the end, and we'll kind of get into it. This guy has great calls. Listen to my man, Wrenchy T. Theo Wrench. Wow, look at this thing. Amazing. In the last 15 minutes, skyrockets. Skyrockets. Inverted head and shoulder. Oh, that barely, you can't even track this. You can't even track this thing. Look at it. Look at it. Explosive. Explosive moves. Do I even get the 1 minute here? They don't give me the 1 minute. 5 minutes is all I get. Look, it's flagging though. This thing might just keep moving. Hard to tell, right? Curving back down on the MACD. I mean, I don't know if oscillators even work at this point. But look at the gains, man. Jesus. I'm telling you that it's insane, the gains in this space. It absolutely blows out the stock market. I mean, only 12% though. Not too bad. But from inception, and that we're talking at like 5 in the morning, up 22%. Not too bad. Not too bad. What's good? What gang? What's up, gang? Good day. Good day. Love you all. Love you too, Jesse B. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. NOIA. What is NOIA? Let's take a look at that. And I get to know about every coin, man, because of you guys. NOIA Network Daughter on that crypto total market cap. Let's take a look at this thing. Ooh, this thing had a nice pump too. Right now. If it can get up here, get to support and resistance and break through, interesting. So this thing has just been on a tear last few days. Look, it's wow. NOI network dollar. So there's just so many coins flying off the shelf again. Like, people that don't think we're in a bull market, it's like, look at this. Like, there's hundreds of % gains almost every other day. It's absolutely insanity. This is in a bit of a bull flag. Got rejected, came back up, still moving. Yeah, this thing looks hot. This thing looks pretty hot. Probably can't see much of it if we go on the daily, but oh, not bad. So it's been around. It started on August 3rd. So this thing's been around and just starting a big, big pump. So yeah, sometimes you got to be patient, right? You could have been in this coin all this time. Wow. And it was worth, wow, this thing was not even worth a penny. So right here, look, on July 8th, you got into this for a penny. And now it's worth 23 cents. This thing is 23x since July. Unbelievable. Breaking the top trend line there and on its way to the top. Boom. And look at this big buy wick here, showing you that there's a lot of buy pressure for this. It is a little high on the daily. Probably will kind of come down. Look for two places of support and resistance here and here, and this will be your places to get back into the trade. I would definitely probably start taking profits, though. Anyway, have you gone over OMG? No, we have not. No, we have not. Let's take a look at that. That's an important coin to talk about. As Rose just gets a fat rejection there by this trend line. Dang. Come on, Rose. Okay, let's take a look at OMC Go. Sand, too. I want to talk about Sand. Remember how I said Sand has a lot of news? Watch Sand. Look, it booms up. Booms up in the last hour, right? 4 hours. In the last 4 hours, Sand is up 6%. Coming down for a bit of a retest, possibly. Breaking out of this wedge that it was in. Let's take a look at Sand on the 4 hour. Wow, so Sand did make a big move. You see? Broke out of this rising wedge. And you can see it is above the trend watch. So big deal that it's above my trend line watch, and kind of can where things really start to get interesting. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Is it still above the trend? Just poked above the trend watch on the 1 hour. If you go with that, these tend to move pretty fast. So that's a buy signal right now. Breaching above the trend line. You know, and it's in this beautiful falling wedge breaking out. Target is right here at 556. It's a nice 10% at 5 to 5.6, right? 10% gains coming for Sand. So watch Sand, man, please. I put it in the announcements. There's a lot of news coming for Sand. Like this whole month, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Cool, man. Yeah, Nano is up, actually. Nano was up this weekend. I thought about you this weekend. Nano was up. Love this DEX tools. Oh, wow, I can see a lot more in the 15-minute with DEX tools. Pair Explorer. So this is really a lot better, this DEX tools, man. It tends to get the information out of Uniswap a lot better. Terra Virtua Collect. Wow, so this thing is in a bit of a flag right now, honestly. Falling wedge, to be honest. Something like that. Interesting. I like how it actually puts the logo there, too. That's cool. Throw a MACD on there for myself. And honestly, man, I could bare bones it. RSI, MACD, I don't need a lot. You know, stochastic RSI, and that's all we need, really. We get through. Coming back down here, so more downside. 15-minute downside kind of coming down. Looks like it wants to come back down to the bottom of the pattern here at 4 cents. Interesting. Take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is about to have a MACD cross. Looking bullish, actually. So the 1 hour looks really good on this. Looks like you're going to be able to get from 4 all the way up to about 8. Not too fast. This might 100% today alone, right? Look at it. The 1 hour looks hot. Here's your target. So TWK might be a buy today, honestly. Right now, the 1 hour looks really good. Let's take a look at like maybe the 10 minute, 5 minute, just because it's so small. It's hard to kind of get a gauge. Yeah, but we'll watch for these to reset too in the 5 minute. This thing looks like it's just coiling up, ready to make a move up to the upside. 68% chance of break. This is my favorite pattern to play, is the falling wedge. Breaks out all the time. Drep had a bullpen at 1 hour, looks damn solid. Let's take a look at Drep and OMG. YFDAI, let's take a look. Are you over your playing games with all-time highs right now? YFDAI. Right now for ETH, it's worth 350. It is worth 3,528 right now if you buy for ETH. So it's technically is at all-time highs. Volume is small though, 560,000 for the day. Biloxi has 2.4 million, so more people on Biloxi for YFDAI. The market cap's growing now. We had issues getting over 10. We 10 to 11. Now we're at 14 million. It's a big deal. More people are knowing about this coin. More people are getting out there. Look, 24-hour low was 3,003. 24-hour high is 3,500. You can see it's even wedging up into its all-time high. Circulating supply, 21,000. Full circulating to 21,000. Only 4,111 coins out there right now. If you look at the Etherscan Explorer, you just check. I love to see this. You can see the buys coming in 11 minutes ago. Someone bought 0.27. 12 minutes ago, 0.23, 0.8. Here's a guy buying 1.45. Smart man. He's going in for about 5K, right? 16 minutes ago. Here's another guy. He got in for 1.72. Smart man, 23 minutes ago. So you can see a lot of buys coming in right now. Just boom, 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 boom. I don't think anybody is really seriously thinking of selling this. So that's something to think about, okay? And I love the on-chain data here. 3,693 addresses, 73,000 transfers, only 21,000 DAI. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So very small circulating supply for this coin, and that's the reason why I really, really, really like it, why I own it. Again, you do whatever you want with your life. I'm just showing you my life for entertainment purposes only. If you like it and you're entertained by these thoughts, it's completely up to you. That's your own risk. I'm not going to tell you to do anything with your money that is risky. And I'm not going to push you into scam, and I'm not going to even, I'm going to also be really, really adamant about what I talk about here, because I care about you guys, and I'm not going to put you in a position that I think could hurt you. So check it out. This is what I think happening for Tesla, as I showed you before, that it's going to kind of do something like this. Form this pennant and then break out again. So just keep watching Tesla. I think we'll be able to get it a lot cheaper, down at 539, a couple 535 buys. I think we're going to be able to break down. There was talk that TVUK has some news coming. Someone tipped me off about it before it came out. Building a small position at the moment. Little moonbag. NFT market will be big. Partnerships and doing 3D NFTs. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at Drep right now real fast, see what's going on. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in. 18 people watching, 19 likes. If we get to 30 likes, I'll go live tonight. I know we do that, but yeah, we're going to have a melt up in the stocks, man. I really think we're going to have a melt up. We're going to go to 40K, and it's going to be almost everyone and your mother is going to be like, oh, I made money in the stock market. It's going to be kind of like easy. Like, oh, yeah, of course you made money in the stock market. Just like in the 2017 bull run where like it wasn't hard to make money. Anyone made money. A doorman, my friend's doorman turned like 10 grand into like $200,000 in the crypto market. A doorman, like he didn't even know what he was doing. Had no clue what he was doing. SXP, man, really seeming to be in the bottom of the bottoms. Let's take a look at XXP because we all know it's a good coin with a good project. It's got its own app and its own card, for crying out loud. A lot of coins have nothing even close to that. So it makes me think YFX Mo coming in. CGC, FCX, BG. Okay, personally, I don't get NFTs, but it might be the next trend. You have to get them, man. Okay, the reason why let me break down the philosophical reason why you have to understand what a non-fungible token is. and why you need to invest in them. Non-fungible tokens are the same reason why Bitcoin is worth a lot of money. Bitcoin's worth a lot of money. Bitcoin was worth less than $1 10 years ago. Remember this. The US dollar can't even compare to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is so much superior to it. So much superior. And you can just see, 11 years ago, Bitcoin's birthday comes out, or 12 now, right? 2009, 2008. And it's worth less than $1. It was probably worth pennies. I know what it is. Well, you just contradicted yourself, my friend. Like, I love you, but you just said, personally, I don't get NFTs, but it might be the next trend. And then you said, I know what it is. I just don't want one. So first you said, personally, I don't get it. But then you said you knew what it was and you didn't want one. I love you, man. You're one of my greatest supporters, but just think about that, right? Anyway, I'm sorry. I call a spade a spade. I think NFT, the reason why you're in Bitcoin is because it has a small circulating supply compared to the US dollar, compared to a lot of currencies in the world. People can only compare it to gold because it's the most scarce. That's why it gets compared to gold. There's no other reason. It's scarcity. I mean, then there's other reasons. Okay, it could be, digital gold, stuff like that. And we expand on the idea. Well, you just said you don't want one. So if you don't want one, you're shutting yourself off to possible gains. Again, it's a lot to think about, a lot to research, right? You have to buy the right one. I agree. It's a little bit of a headspace. There's a lot to think about in the NFT zones. So I'm with you on that. Like selfies, they're trendy. Yeah, but NFTs aren't really like trendy in my opinion. They're interesting. Like to own the only one of something to me is interesting. Like what if I make the Crypto Lifer card and it's like Crypto Lifer and I look like Batman or something. I'm going to have someone design it and put it out on Rarible. And it could be I could make 8 of them, 8 different versions of me, like, and what if I blow up? My channel goes to 1 million or even a few 100,000 and people really want to have that little card, just like a baseball card. And what will happen is my NFTs will be worth more money as I get more famous and, so that's the concept, is, and then people will be fighting over NFT cards. Bitcoin Crypto has its own NFT cards already on Rarible and they're pretty cool. So I can see people obsess over them. I may not be one of those people, but you have to realize that people do these types of things and it pumps up the price. So let's take a look at XXP. SX. Say that 10 times fast. XXP, SXP, SXP, SXP. Okay, check it out for SXP. This has its own card. It's called the Swipe. It has an app. Okay? It's unbelievable. It's a big project. But look, the 4-hour even wants to come down even more. 4 hours is like, we're not done yet. I think this is going to bottom all the way in the 60s, 71, 60 region. I feel like we're coming down here one more time. That was my favorite track. One more time. We're going to celebrate. We didn't go over silver. I didn't get a chance. We will do that. And we didn't get over OMG. We're going to go over that. And then we're going to get to FCX, BG, and CGC from my man Mo. Appreciate it. And DREP. We also have to go over to DREP Bull Pennant. So SXP is looking nice right now. Okay. In the dumps. Nice in the dumps. But I think it will come back down here. 68.71. One more time. Where you can get a nice play on SXP. So the daily's looking good. Only a matter of time before it recovers. Right? You want to buy things when they're in the dumps. This thing is in the dumps. It's been $4 already. It pumped from $1 to $5 this summer when the hype was real. This summer hype was insane. There was DeFi hype. There was just hype. News was really a catalyst this summer. It was amazing to see news back in the forefront, really pushing the price. Like we would get news that this had an app, boom. We would get news that had a partnership. We would get news, boom, boom. We had Smart Chain. A lot was happening with Binance this summer. They were making big moves. New coins coming out every day or two. IEOs flying, and the IEO was born. A lot has happened. A lot has happened in 2020. So SXP, man, keep it on your radar. I think we can get a little cheaper. Even if you buy now, though, and dollar cost average in, looks like you're going to be able to unload. Look at this thing, forming the bull, and then it's going to have that. One day it's going to go parabolic in the next 2-3 weeks, and you're going to say, damn, I missed SXP, and it's going to happen. Let's take a look at silver because we're right here. So silver, I love it. I love where it's going right now. I see what it's doing. It is on the daily, though. We're having a bit of a cross. Pushing up on the Stokes, and lack of momentum. Looks like we're coiling up. I kind of almost want to do something like this. Yes, more like this. I think we're like this. We fell out of the pattern. We got back in. We're coiling up. We're about to explode. Silver is having a lack of momentum either way. I know if we slap on these Bollinger Bands, we're going to see, let's slap on the Bollingers. John Bollinger, who created the Bollinger Bands. Thank God he did. So check it out. Look how tight they are. Whenever they get tight like that, we're about to get a move. So right now we're about here. Looks like we could get a little tighter. So there's a chance that we get in this zone a little more. Silver squiggling up. Really nice. Let's look at a smaller time frame so you can kind of make some money on a pip here, get an idea of where you're going. I know what you need. I know what you're going for. Let's take a look at silver. It's at the bottom of the pattern here. 2350, 2387. I still have my target once silver starts to break out here, all the way up at $36. So look for silver to continue up once it breaks out of this pattern. I didn't like that it fell down, but it broke back in. Now it's in a beautiful pennant. So silver looking really, really good right now. Yeah, don't give up on silver. I really like it here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. If you're really going to try to make a play in the next like few minutes, what would you be doing? Well, right now, let's take a look at the 15-minute. It just had a cross, so wait for it to curl and wait for these to curve, and then I would start a silver position on the 15-minute when these curl up. Same thing, yeah. 1 minute, kind of a little more downside. So just watch this 15-minute, throw an alert down here. When the Stoke kind of reset, maybe double bottom on the Stokes, and the second one might send silver right down here. I would enter the trade. I think you're running into this guy here for silver. And you're retesting the top of the pattern. Could break it back down in. So just watch it here. But in the next like hour, you're going to have a play for silver, I believe. And it's going to begin its breakout. So watch silver closely. Watch it closely. OMG. Oh, Missy go. And look, NIO. I said, yo, this is insane. I circled exactly where it was going to go. Like, I circled this right here and said it'll come back down to the bottom of the trend line. This is nuts. My circles don't always work, but that's insane. That's insane. Right? Look at that. And now it's holding this trend line. So you got to watch. If NIO can hold this trend line, it's going to go up and down in this big consolidation range. And then it's going to break out again. Right? But watch. It could also look. It looks like it is also forming. See, I don't like the Bollinger Bands. They tend to just make things messy for me. There's something about them. I only use them when I need them. But shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. So look for this to fall, honestly, and collapse down. It's going to, yeah, I really think it has to come back down to 28. I could be completely wrong. There's a lot of support on this. But look, it gapped up fast. It has support right here in the same region. And that is also the destination of the fallout from the head and shoulder pattern. So watch NIO right now. Just watch it. I don't think it's bullish at the very moment. I'm bullish on Apple. I made a call on Apple the other day. It was in a bull pennant. I said 123 here. It's retesting. So let me show you what's happening with Apple. It's now forming a flag. So Apple was in this beautiful pennant. There's your buy. There's your buy. There's your buy. Here's your third buy. When it comes down, hitting the moving averages, okay, and doing a double bottom. You see this double bottom pattern for for Apple? So I'm building you a beautiful picture. I keep talking about this every day. I've been on it now for 4 or 5 days straight. Don't miss this. I'm giving it to you. It's a blessing. It's a easy, I shouldn't say no trade is easy, but I'm building you such an easy picture here. Very bullish. We haven't talked about Apple not once on this channel. I've never made an Apple call in my life. So if I'm finally telling you Apple looks good, it just means that whatever I do for a living, how I find these, how I look at them, this is fitting the parameters. I'm able to establish that this is doing its thing. This is what I do for a living. Apple is going to make a move. My destination for Apple, 166. Okay. I even take a timer for you, just a general idea. The last time Apple made a big run, it took about 42 days. So, by the end of January, you could be up a nice 35% if you have some money that you want to put in to Apple. So just, hey, it's going to form this pennant. You may have one more day to get in below 125, But I'm really telling you right now, this is just like my Tesla call. And you can put a stop loss. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Get yourself financial advice. This is what I would be doing. I'd be putting a stop loss right around here or maybe back into the pattern. I'd be buying here at the bottom of the pattern at the aggressive buy. Right there would have been my aggressive buy here at 121. Right there, another one at 120. Difference between $2 and the shares. Look like, and this is the double bottom. We may not get back down to the bottom of the pattern. We really may not. And you could just really just keep a tight stop loss here. 1, 2, 3%. If this falls down, it negates the idea, and it's not as bullish as I thought. But in my opinion, this has a high rating. Like if I have a rating of 1 to 10, I'm giving this an 8.5 of the chances of it booming. So it's Apple, man. It's Apple. They haven't been in the limelight in a while. They're probably going to come out with some news. Something's going to happen. There's a catalyst there. And the TA is already setting you up for some type of news. Remember, show me the TA. I'll show you the news. True story. True story. So Apple, easy. I don't want to say easy play. I don't like using that word. But Apple, watch Apple. I'm going to probably bring it up every day on the channel. Really get you guys going. Cody. We talked about Cody numerous times. It was in this falling wedge. I said it could break up from the bottom of the falling wedge. Here was my falling wedge I drew. It broke out. Here was my target for Cody, which is 5.3. It broke that. Now it's kind of probably going to go parabolic. Huge news for Cody coming out, and it's just beginning its cup and handle breakout. So we have a cup and handle here with a target for Cody all the way at 6.8. That would have given you 38% gains, and I posted this in my group. Okay? I posted this in my group. Let me show you. You go over here if you're not sure. You go to my group. Yeah, see, people were doing BitBoy original series. See? This is a rareable open sea. So this is what I'm talking about, So if you go to my channel and you type in COTI, you can search what I talk about, right? And Cody USDT. Hopefully I put it in there. Funny now. Let me see. Cody. Here we go. No, I posted this. I posted a cup and handle. I said, watch Cody. Watch Cody. And I even thought about it because we talked about it on my channel. We made the cup and handle, and then I saw another channel make the cup and handle. And yeah, I got a key reminder for you guys. Here's key. So this is something, right? Key in the cup and handle. Okay? So remember this now, 68% chance. So this hasn't happened yet. Looks really good on the 4-hour, right? So just remember this. Remember this. Write this down. Bookmark this. Key is in a cup and handle. You saw Cody do it. You saw Eagle do it. You saw EGLD, Elrond. You're seeing this pattern occur over and over again. So pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Okay? Four-minute going down still. TWT, 4 cents. Okay. Yeah, see, Key's about to do what Cody's going to do. You see cup and handle and blast. Blast off. Aaron says hi. What up, Aaron? Okay, check it out. Let's look at FCX for Mo real quick. Shout out to anyone who took the SGMO call that we had. I mean, this thing, look what happened. Here's another call on the channel. I was yelling and I was load up, get in here, bottom of the trend line. I was never more adamant. Like, I was like jumping for the hills for this. Now, I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. I thought we were going to come down like this and then break out like the usual scenario. But I still said this was it. This is the buy zone. These were the buy zones. And I kept saying it. I said, and even when it dipped, I got a little nervous. But when it came back into the pattern, I said, load up. Load up at 10. Like, load up. Like, this is it. When things break back into the pattern is still good. And look at SGMO, man. Exploded. Another call on this channel. Like, insane. So right now, If you missed this, I just gave you an Apple call. I just gave you an Apple call, just like I gave the Tesla call. These are big, large market cap stocks. Okay, they don't move a lot. They wait, they consolidate, and then they have big moves a couple times a year. Apple is about to have it. Don't miss it. Look at this on the 1 hour. SGMO about to have a pop, literally about to make a breakout. Look, it broke out of this falling wedge. SGMO is not done. It's not. It's really not. It really isn't done yet. Let's go and look at it. Let's start fresh on SGMO and see what's going on. Yeah, and you know what, too? That's the 382. Look at this. Look at this. If I throw a Fibonacci retracement on this and we bring it up here, boom, comes to the 0.5 Fibonacci. Beautiful, beautiful. Textbook. You know, they do like to bring it into the 618 and the 0.5, but look, there was your 21-day moving average. We got close. That's it. You can always sell when you're away from the 21-day moving average. I talk about this all the time in my tutoring sessions. I talk about it all the time. Boom, price goes right back there. Okay. FCX, what's going on with FCX? Had a bit of a dump here, but it's in a bull flag. Let's take a look. Freeport McMoran, non-energy minerals, copper, right? So check it out. Let's take a look at the MACD bigger. Not a good sign for the MACD. No, right now, not showing signs of a curl back, right? A little more down. We are about to. So I think this could go down a little more or sideways. It's good that it's going sideways with this real bear. See, there's a lot of bear movement here, but we didn't go down. Huge catalyst for a breakout. This thing is about to explode, actually. You can't see it yet. It's going to go sideways a little longer, honestly. Let's take a look. I pull my pattern from there. Bar patterns. I look for one that makes sense. No, that one's too big. Yeah, I'll throw it in there. So like this. Looks like we're going to do something like this. Starting my projections, Mo. We've added this to the show since you've been live. We didn't do this yet. I found a new trick, and I've been using it to my advantage. So I think it's going to coil up in here, and this is going to be your buy zone right around here. And it's possible that it coincides with this level of support right here. See this line here? Going to shave this up a little bit, put it on that support line at 24 or 23.91, really even. But showing strong support at the worst case scenario, I see this is it just coming down here like this and touching this line at 23.56, and that I think will establish some divergence and keep it moving. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour has a double bottom about to form. So yeah, there's some downside for this, a little more downside, but when it finishes, this thing is gonna rip. It's gonna absolutely rip. Like I'm very, very confident in this. Again, the daily wants more down, so you're gonna have to go down a little more. Watch this level right here at 23.50 though. We break that, there is a good chance we go to 21.44, and that would negate this bull flag. But as this bull flag can maintain its structure, it has a very big destination for itself, all the way up here at about 33 on the dot. So 33, of course, right? Going to happen every day. The 33s with me. It's not going to be a day that I don't encounter the number 33 in multiple ways. I've just learned that now, and I deal with it. I don't know what it means, but I deal with it on a regular basis. So 33 is my target here for FCX. I gave you the skinny. Keep watching it, right? I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. I can tell you what to watch and how to react to it as it happens. That is the key to technical analysis. Okay. Let's take a look at Riot. Someone asked about Riot already. I did tell you to sell Riot at the top. I even had a target for you at 1137. It hit my exact line and came back down. Now I have an idea for Riot here. There's a chance that it comes all the way down to the 618 and then continues back up. A lot of times a stock that pumps like this will come down to the 618. Now they're printing so much money. I'm seeing a lot of stocks kind of stop at the 382 and the 0.5. So watch these two levels. One level to watch is 730, 711, 716. Another level to watch is about $6. We're holding some strong support here at 861, very close to the 236 Fibonacci level. You know, we bounced off it actually. You can see we came down and we did a bit of a bounce. So interesting to say the least. Let's look at the 4 hour. Also, what I see happening, which is possible, is look, we're getting a head, a shoulder, and looks like we're going to form a right shoulder, which would then also send us perfectly down to the 618. So I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern forming on the 2 hour. It's more apparent now as you get into the 1 hour. You see it really is a head and shoulder pattern. It's more obvious now to me. Do we also have bearish divergence with that? We do. We really do. Like swing up to swing up. And this is another reason why you should have gotten out of the trade. You could have seen that there was heavy bearish divergence. Look, swing up to swing up here. And then we don't have that same push-up angle. If anything, it actually swings down right here. And that is divergence. That's what's called bearish divergence. Bear, bear, bear. Bears are on the top. Bears get on top of you, knock you down. There's your bearish divergence. And you sell to get out. That's how you know you got the top. Also, you're away from the 21-day moving average. I teach this for a living. Constant. How to take profits from the 21-day moving average. Okay? You can always get back in on the bounce or see if it breaks. This time it broke. Not too good. Let's take a look at Trend Watch on Riot, which I talked about, which is the weighted 144 moving average with the simple 4 moving average. You throw those together, it gives you a bit of a trend line. A very simple way to trade. And basically, look, let me show you how it works, Mo, if you're new. This is the 1 hour. You do know about the weighted moving average. I think we talked about it before, but check it out. Whenever we break this line, it's time to short it. When we cross this line, it's time to long it. And look, boy, was this thing right. Look, it bounced, and then on that second bounce, we were to the moon. Still super high away. These could come back. It would make sense. Look, it would come all the way back, and then the price would interact again. Every time we have a big pump, too, the price likes to eventually interact like with the moving average, that weighted moving average. So, yeah, look, we broke above it, explosion. It's amazing how it works, man. It's like a really, really good indicator. Absolute insanity how it works. So, it's kind of the skinny for Riot. I think I gave you really a good breakdown for Riot. That's how you're going to play it. Interesting. CGC up huge as well. Okay, Canopy Grow Corp formed this big double bottom. You can kind of see it made its way out. It was done. It was like, you know what? I'm sick of bottoming out here. It is below the weighted moving average. But you know what? I bet we have what's called hidden bullish divergence, because whenever I see this big gap, I know that the RSI is similar, and then we had our move up. So it tells me we have good signs for this healthy stock. I was in the stock for years. I got into the stock around 6,000, and I got out of it when I made about the 6,000 turned to 17K. I sold it, went back in for the 6, got to 12K, sold it, went back in, was down for a while, and then when I got to about break even, I got out of the stock about a year ago. One of my favorite stocks. It was like one of my long-term runners. I absolutely loved it. I sold at about 23, so technically would be up now tiny bit. We'll see what happened with this stock on the daily. So you can see it went up, came down. Take a look at the Fibonacci. Alt F is going to help you pull a fib if you ever need that quick move. That's your shortcut. And we got all the way down to the 886 and 88.6 retracement. You don't see that a lot. And now we're in the bowl of accumulation, just like we talk about. Whenever you can build a bowl, just start accumulating when we hit the bowl. It's pretty simple. Like 1, 2, 3. Looks like we will come back down one more time, hit the bowl at 2079 before we make another run up. Very rare that we don't hit the last side of the bowl.
Daddy,
Yep.
may I read to you?
Okay.
I have a little dinosaur. I wrote dinosaur.
Oh, wow. But that's DUSR.
Yeah, dinosaur.
You didn't write dinosaur. You wrote DNSR. You're funny. DINOSAUR.
No, that's dinosaur.
Yeah, dinosaur. Gold. Let's take a look at gold. What's happening for gold? I see gold in this basically bull pennant falling wedge area. It's had an attack on gold with Grayscale saying, get rid of your gold. There's been a huge campaign to sell your gold for Bitcoin. Now, look, we broke above. We have support here, like support. We broke above that support region, got rejected, came back down. Now, when I look at the daily, looks like we're coming back down for gold. Honestly, I got to tell you, even though I'm a huge proponent of gold, looks like gold's going to come back down here to the bottom of the trend line, down to 3% to 117.44. So I would short gold technically right now. And the reason why I would short gold is I also see a head and shoulder pattern forming. We talk about these all the time, and they're gold. They're gold for shorting. They play out like 90% of the time, it feels like. 9 out of 10 times the head and shoulder plays out. And that gives you the target here down to the neckline. And that's going to bring you right down here and just coincide. There's no reason why we won't skip ourselves back down to the bottom of the pattern. So gold even hitting 741 at my target here. I think that's where we're going to see the end of the gold fallout. It's going to hit this support region here. Look, strong support, 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 support. It's going to use that. It's a chance that it hits these regions too. It doesn't get to the bottom of the pattern. And I think gold will actually, if the lowest it will go is 736 here, that'll be your beautiful long for gold. The daily will have reset, kind of come out, and you can see the daily's got some red, but it has a little more movement down, and then it's going to double bottom and curve. So the daily looks good for gold. We just have a little temporary down period, and then I still see gold hitting $21,400 an ounce by about March. March or April is my destiny, and I think it could happen earlier if we see a catalyst for the U.S. dollar. And in conjunction with this, let's skip on over to the DXY, the dollar index, and take a look at what's going on there. How's everybody loving the show? Are we doing great? Everyone feeling good? Shop in South Korea with ICX tokens. Icon interruptibility, the 100X show. I really like Icon, man. I really do. Right now, you can shop in South Korea with Icon. I'm going to have to do about Icon. Really, really, really. Amazing, dude. There's a lot of big news coming out today, too. We got the one token coin coming out. We got some cool news, man. We really do. So one crypto project changes everything. Key to the future. Let's see what he's talking about. Chainlink, man. And Smart Key. Okay, so check it out. Smart Key's on my radar now. Let's take a look at the dollar index as it collapses. I said this was a bear flag, and it was. Okay. How do you know what a bear flag is? Well, you know what? Invert your chart. And if you would like to play it as a bull, if you think that looks really nice and bullish, woof, then it's bearish as all hell. So look at that. And the low for that, if a double bottom, is 88. Now we break 88, and they're printing so much money, man. And look, it's double topped out now. We could take the target of the double top, which is the head to the neckline, bring that to the other line, and that puts the dollar down here at 76, dude. This is we do the same stuff every day, guys. We play double bottoms, double tops. That is a double top. That is going to extend itself down. This is a very bearish sign for gold, for the dollar. Wants to push up right here, but it's a lack of bullish momentum. I could see this just extending and falling down even more. 4 hour probably looks horrible. It doesn't look too good. Lack of any momentum here. I don't know what to tell you guys, but the dollar does not look good. Rounded tops are very, very bearish. Like, this is a parabola going the wrong way, right? You don't want to go parabolically down, right? Like this parabola is just getting started. So watch your wallets, man. If you're holding US dollar in your bank account, not a good look. You don't want to have a lot of fiat. You really don't. Like, you want it in stocks. You want it in Bitcoin. You want it in some, even real estate could get seriously affected by the drop of the dollar. You know that. So I don't know, man. I would consider selling. If I had a big real estate portfolio right now, I would consider selling a small, 20 to 30% portion of it and converting it to Bitcoin. And the reason I would do that is because you may lose 30% in your real estate portfolio, but you'll gain like 230%. And that 30% you hedged out. And then what happens is Bitcoin will be so high and the prices will be down. You'll be able to buy more property than you had in the first place. So just remember that I said this. Might be a good idea to convert maybe not 30, but 10 to 22, 10 to 24% of a real estate portfolio. Unload right now. Unload while they're printing all the money. Unload, man. You know, like, wouldn't you have wished you unloaded before the pandemic? How much harder it is to sell a house right now. Some people, in my neighborhood, it's easy. They're filling these houses up.
Computer.
I have a little computer. You're so cute. Give me a hug. You're the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Give me a hug.
Okay, done.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Show my art. I wrote.
We gotta get you on Rarible, man.
You can't get me on wearable.
Go.
This is a dry erase board, dry erase marker.
What does Daddy buy the most of?
Bitcoin.
Go. She's the best, man. She's gonna be so smart. She knows. So I want to talk about Smart Key. I think Smart Key is a big deal. Smart Key DeFi connector. Okay, look at this. The Smart Key DeFi connector is a platform already operating on the market. It is tested by several large international companies. It allows you to safely connect both worlds using blockchain of things technology. Well, the Internet of Things, now they call it the BOT. See? Amazing. We connect blockchain Ethereum ecosystems, waves, with digital devices and software through SM DeFi Gateway. Smart Key DeFi connector supports 2 blockchain ecosystems, Ethereum and Waves. The choice of the gate, i.e., the ETH versus Wave smart contract is made by the customer of the technology. Smart Key is a platform built on Ethereum and Waves blockchain. Interesting. Let's go look at Smart Key. Where could we get this? This thing just came out today. How's YFDAI doing? Still sitting at that high, man. Smart S Key, this is called. S Key, can't even find it. Can't even find it right now. S Key. Does CoinMarketCap have it on? Someone brought it up actually today in my channel. Let me go into my channel. This is why my channel is great. My Telegram channel, unbelievable. I swear, if I write an S key here, will you find the article for me? Right here, Smart Key, DeFi connector, YouTube, right? How it works. Just bought a bag.
The future of our economy is decentralized financing, known as DeFi. Currently, there are over 200 DeFi projects in the world that operate within the Ethereum ecosystem. They work like puzzle pieces. At present, the system allows for using cryptocurrencies to establish smart contracts, buying tokens or taking part in the decentralized exchange. This system focuses on blockchain, but what about the physical world? Unfortunately, using cryptocurrencies to pay for services such as vehicle sharing, Airbnb, hotel and vacation bookings is still cumbersome since there are no connectors between these two worlds.
That's what SHR is supposed to be doing.
Meet SmartKey, the DeFi
SHR have
connector,
competitors.
a complex and working solution that allows for an instant connection between the physical world of applications and devices and the decentralized finance world.
That's what Chain
SmartKey
does.
is a
It's an
solution
oracle,
that is already operating on the market. Our system is being tested by Kia, Airbnb, and numerous car rental companies. We are partnered with Teltonica, a producer of GSM GPS sensors installed in millions of devices and vehicles around the world.
Jesus.
Join our investors and become a part of a proven project with global potential.
Go to smartkeyplatform.io and check how our system works.
Wow. And then we got Telegram News, Smart Key News, and the community, Smart Key Chat, which I'm going to join both of those right now so I can keep you guys up to. I do so much research, you would not believe how much effort I put in to doing what I do for a living. It is absolutely insane. Become our project. Smart Key is the mission, part of the puzzle that connects the world of decentralized finance and blockchain with the world of physical assets. We are the first working platform that allows you to combine physical values and assets, the blockchain of things. I like this. It's the first time I saw the word blockchain of things. Trade now. Where can you get this thing? Uniswap, Probit, and Hotbit on dextools.io. Pair Explorer. Dex scored 94, man. Very interesting. Had a big pop today already. You can see on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at it on the 1 hour. Wow, it's going sideways with consolidation and just continuing up. That's insane. Look at that. Just a slow move up. That's, like, to me, Wow. And this thing came out on October 1st. It was high though. Look, it came out at the price of 7 cents. Been dumped real quick by pre-sale. You can see pre-sale dumpage. I don't like to see that, but 3.5 cents right now. So it's 50% retrace from its all-time high after coming back up. I do like the price. Daily volume, 93,000. Very small. Total liquidity, 23,000. Pooled S-key, 3.2 million of them. Holders, only 3,967 holders. Interesting. A lot of buys. Look, buy. Not a lot of selling going on at this price. So it's getting pushed today, right? It's going to have kind of a wave. We'll see what happens, but definitely where you want to get in on the ground floor. So you can view the contract if you're not sure, and you know, basically, you could find out how to use Uniswap. I have a Uniswap video where I teach you how to use Uniswap, MetaMask. If you have issues, go to our Telegram. We're all here for you, and we'll show you a bunch of stuff. Interesting project. Every day there's another project that I want a piece of. It's insane. Like there's just like, it never ends. It never ends. Like that's why you got to make your list and eventually just stick with it, because it never ends. Here's a nice chart by Jay. Jay, thank you so much for coming in, man. My man, Supreme. So check it out. Nerds, 15-minute on Uniswap. Yeah, I like what you're saying here. Stop loss right down there. Get in there. See if you can ride it up. 52% gains coming. Hey, man, this looks nice. Nerds, 15-minute on Uniswap. Let's take a look at DEX Tools. Does that have nerds as well? Where is the pair here? Search pair by symbol. Nerds. Finding it. There it is. Nerd Finance. 71 score. Wow, it's looking good though. That's consolidation. That's consolidation for a move to the upside for sure. Going to come back down to the bottom of the pattern. It is a descending triangle though. I don't know. I see that as a pretty good bull flag though. I would wait for it to come back down to the bottom of the pattern. Let's throw the MACD on there and see what we get. Funny, you can't even search the MACD. You just got to find it and add it. Wow, MACD's about to have a cross on the 15-minute. And this is a new coin, right? Not like came out on December 3rd. It just had its pop. So you want to be down here at 6 cents. It's already gone up. Yeah, it's $180 and it was at $6. Yesterday, 2 days ago, this thing was $6. Wow. This is where the money is, man. Uniswap. Unbelievable. In 2 days, you could have made 3,000%. Are you kidding me? Wow. So you say, liquidity was small, right? But say you just put $1,000 in this 2 days ago. You'd have $3 million. Are you kidding? No, come on. Are you serious? It hit $240 and it was six. I even see it as low as $2, $7. The lowest I can find it is $7 on December 12th. Look at this. I'm late to the party on this, man. We got to figure out how to find these gems early. That's what we got to do. So don't get upset when you miss something. Learn about it and say, how do I get the next one? Let's be conservative and say you got it in at $10, which is insane, right? And it went all the way to 240, 24x. Wow. But this says it's up 3,000% from, 246. That's not 3,000%, is it? Yeah, 246 divided by $6. 41 times your money. So $1,000 would have been 41,000. Why is it saying it's up 300% gains though? 3,000% gains. Well, actually, yeah, 100% gains will be $12. Yeah, it is 3,000% gains. That's insane. That's insane. So it's a 30x. See, 3,000 is 30x. So it's a 30%. Yeah, and absolutely insane. So you wouldn't have made $3 million on that, but a lot of buys in for this too. I'm seeing way more buys in the green here on the DEX tools. Very interesting. Let's bookmark this as well. Throw that into the crypto space. Okay, so nerds. So we looked at nerds. We looked at TVT. And we also looked at, what's on the radar? Nerds, TVT, Duck Dow Dime. Damn, man. It's a lot of action today. So, and you know what? Most people aren't even paying attention to what's going on Uniswap. They're not seeing any of this. They're just not. Like, only the heavy crypto heads are seeing this stuff. And then we looked at S-Key, right? We looked at S-Key. Smart Key. Whiskey Swap. You seen that? Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow, this thing is hot to trot. 3.5 cents. Wow. I like how it's just doing this continuing up in this consult. Like, this is very, very strong. No one's selling it. A few people sell it here and there, and it gets bought back up. You can see nobody's selling this thing. It's just continuing up. If it continues on this trajectory, let's just see something here. Bars pattern. Like, it's just going to continue. Like, you're going to see this thing at 5 cents within, you know, this is November 15th. In one more month, it's going to be 5, 6, 7 cents. And 2 months from now, I just feel like it's just, this thing is just going to continue. Look at it. Very interesting. S-Key may want to make a play on this, guys. Something to think about. Something to think about. Okay. Let's get into some news for Bitcoin. Let's go back to Bitcoin, see what's happening for Bitcoin. Any other tickers you guys have, and I'm going to jump on out of here. Got to run. Thanks, man. Catch you all on the Telegram. Oh, Wing, man. We didn't do Wing for you. Let me see Wing real quick. Maybe I'll catch you. You always have like these 12 and 1 o'clocks, but let's take a look at Wing. Wing USDT 1837. Wing is double bottoming. Doing nice right now. Forming also, and not real divergence, but a little bit. No, not real bullish divergence, but Wing looking nice. The 4 hour, wow. So it went up hard. Interesting. Wing's so new, it's even hard to like watch. Wow, but let's take a look at the 1 hour for Wing. Back to 18, man. We were in Wing. I was talking about Wing when it was $11, $12. I had a huge position in it. I just ended up getting stopped out of it. It's weird. I can't see Wing the way we used to look at it, though. This is weird. Oh, I must have the chart inverted, dude. I'm not sitting there like, what is going on? You know? Anyway, so there's your cup and handle that I had. See right here? Bit of a side cup handle. Broke down from there. It didn't go up, but eventually did hit my target perfectly. Came back down, swung, and now it's swinging up again. Let's take it Wing. Let's take a look at Wing on this. So to me, that's a retest, really, coming off of the top of the trend line. We could say it's in this bigger pattern and it wants to come back down. Or is it like this, wants to come back down? Very interesting. Wing. Just had a breakout on the 30-minute. 4 hour is a little hot, you know. But looks like, you know, it's a chance that it curls away. See this? How this is curving up? That's a bullish sign for the 4 hour. I also see the Stokes pointing up, and we have more room to go. So that's a bullish sign. 1 hour is about to make a cross. Looks like Wing may break out, honestly. Getting some indications that Wing actually may make a move. Zest uses MLDA, call on petroleum stocks. One and DREP. Yeah, did you go over OMG? Your chart is inverted. Math funny. Did you go over OMG? Let's look at OMG real quick. 319. So I see what's happening for OMG. It does have a cross here on the 1 hour, right? So looking good. Stokes are low as well. Maybe, I think it's going to break its way out of the pattern. I don't think it's coming back down to the bottom of the pattern based off of indications of bullish divergence, swing low to swing low, swing up to swing up here, right? So based off the bullish divergence that I see, I feel like OMG is done and it will begin to break out of the pattern. One thing I do see that worries me is the bit of a head and shoulders pattern, right? So they don't play out every time, but shoulder, bit of a head. Is there a possible shoulder forming here? You know, a couple shoulders. Will that push us back down? I don't know. What else? I also see, we see swing up to swing up right here. So swing low to swing low, swing low to swing low here is an uptrend. But here's in a downtrend, and that's hidden bullish divergence as well, telling you that the trend will continue. So I like OMG right now for that reason alone. And I like the 4 hour doing this little kind of squiggly away up, pointed back down now. Interesting, right? So I'd like to see this push away, honestly. Right now, you know, we could have a move to the downside. See, Stokes are moving down as well. So we're going to have to watch this level. I would wait for OMG. If it broke out, I would get into the trade. If it broke out here and started to make a move, I would take that as a way to get into the trade, as a confirmation of a new trend change. If it breaks down, then I'm going to wait for it to get back down here and enter the trade as well off of the bullish divergence. So this is my idea for OMG. Looks like it can get all the way up here. I have it in this bigger pattern. See, up, down, up, down. At least just let's pattern trade it to the top of the pattern. Looks like it'll go back up to 480. So OMG looking nice right there. Looking at the big picture, inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, you see, I see what you're saying here. Possible head and shoulder on the right side though, but you're right. Bigger picture here, shoulder, head, shoulder forming. So there you go. I like it. So I actually think this is the entry, man. You know, that would be the case. This would be the entry. I want to watch that line and make sure it holds. That line holds, I'll get into OMG. I actually am in it already. I'll add to the position. Okay. I'm in it for a very small amount. Just was testing the waters to see where we're at. We got curve top here. Didn't make it through, you know. So, yeah. Watch this line. Make sure it holds. It's going to wedge its way. It's also, if you think about it, we get rid of all that work. It's just simply in this pennant too. And it's in a very, very, very tight pennant. Falling wedge pennant. I see the pennant here. Boom. So anything can happen, but I like OMG right there. Okay. Coil up and explode. Get all the way back. And look at the gap it can make. It's got a pretty big gap up going for itself. Once it breaks this level, it'll gap back up, you know, pretty much 10%, all the way back up to about 371 on its journey. So OMG, man, looking pretty good. Also, you can see here we're in this bigger channel. Something like this. And I feel like we already broke out and we're making our move out. Just pennant-wise, getting penny-wise, pennant-wise. One and DREP. One and done. DREP. Okay, let's look at DREP. Yeah, forming that pennant, you know, seems like it likes to pop and then come back out. Not the prettiest pattern, to say the least. And doesn't have the most liquidity as well. You can see a lot of spaces in the candles. Not my favorite thing to see. You know, two scenarios here. Are we in the pennant or a channel, right? So we're either in this, I think we're in this pennant, man. This is looking nice. Come back down to the bottom of the pattern at 3700 and make a way out. Coiling up. We are high on the 15-minute Stokes, so I think that's going to have to curve back down, bring the price back down to 3708. Stokes could come back down. They may curve here, they may curve there. We're not sure, but watch those Stokes. Let's take a look at the 1 minute, the 1 hour. 1 hour looks really good. Let's take a look at where we could go for DREP. And boom, there's our possible target up at 4,327. And let's take our possible move for that. 15% gains coming out of DREP. So nice call on DREP. I like it. It's looking good. At work, making money. I want to quit so bad. I love Bitcoin. I can do this all day. Trading the range. Then why don't you just do it all day, man? Quit that job. Go for it. Put 30K aside and go in. And if you freaking blow it up, go back to work. And if you don't, then you're a day trader for the rest of your life. If price stays below 19,004, 3 hours until candle close. So they're talking here. See, I also said get your shorts on last night. I was saying to open up a short, remember? Kind of looking at the pattern. So DREP looking good right now. I do like it. It's also kind of starting this parabolic run. And it broke out of this pattern here. So building the story for DREP, it's actually like very, very bullish. You can see this. Wow. And now it's flagging on the sidelines. It's about to do something pretty big. Interesting. Let's look at the daily overall bigger picture. Just had a big cross. See, to me, I feel like I missed the move. You know, I would have wanted to get in here. I'd be selling DREP around now. So the daily worries me, right? Kind of the move has happened already. 4 hour too is a little exposed, right? So I would I would hold off on this. Also, it needs to get to the 21-day moving average. So I'm going to change my tune and say that it's going to range like this. And I see it doing this. I see it doing something like this. I actually don't even think that's going to be there. I didn't see that big pop when I drew that line. Check a look here. Bars. Yeah, but I just think it's going to do something like this. Not the best one. I'll take this one. Take this one here. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I think it's going to do something like this. Only because the daily is extended. And the daily is going to want to reset. So, and then it may break out. And the 4 hour is going to reset too. And I could be wrong, but right now I wouldn't take the trade in my system. I'd be wary of it at the moment. Gotta watch cover too. Don't give up on cover. Let's take a look at cover. I like cover a lot. It's backed by some big boys and big projects. Forming a pennant right now on the 4 hour. About to have a break. Don't miss cover. I think this actually is about to fly. It's got a lot of big money in it. The market cap is expanding. Huge pull, so it has a really big gain. It's coiling up at the end of this. 4 hour looks really good. Double bottom. Look for cover to explode to $2,000. I mean, yes. That's a big gain right there for cover. If you miss it, I mean, it was right here for you. It's right here for you. 56% gains out of cover. I'm giving you this. I'm giving it to you, man. Look, it's coiling up here in the 1 hour, showing lack of momentum down to the downside. Wow. This thing looks hot. Let's look at the daily. Won't really give you much. So the 4 hours is really what you have to go on. 15-minute as well. It's all coiling up. Cover is about to explode. I'm going to make a call right now on cover. I'm actually going to be entering cover at the moment right now. You can clearly see the bullishness on cover. If you can't see the bullishness, I don't know what to tell you, but cover looks like it's about to explode. I do have to get into BUSD, so I'm going to have to make a trade into BUSD just to get into cover. So I have to make 2 trades, which is annoying. I have to trade from USDT Tether into cover. Okay. Yeah. Like and cover a lot right now. A lot. So I'm going to make arrangements to get into cover. So I'll be posting that into the group later on. Yeah, in the next few minutes, I am getting into cover. I'm making that very, very clear. Very clear. Okay, yeah. No reason not to go into cover right now at the very moment. Always keep a little BUSD on the side. Yeah, look at cover, man. I mean, it's obvious it's about to explode. Like, that's the most bullish chart. We looked at a bunch of bullishness today. Dude, we went over a lot of coins today. Guys, we went over some gems. We went over Uniswap gems. This show was actually one of the best shows we've ever done, honestly. In my opinion, as far as like deep dives and like really how to make money, like we went over a lot of amazing projects that are like really on the forefront. Like sitting here looking at this smart key, we're kind of catching things as they're happening in real time now. We're getting onto the forefront of the movement. I really like to see that. That is amazing. And yeah, so stay with us, man. Stay with the lifers. Stay with the lifers. We'll hook you up. We'll give you everything you need. In this one show, we gave you Bitcoin. We gave you Bitcoin dominance. We gave you multiple coins on Binance. We gave you news from Sand and Cody. We gave you cover. We gave you Apple. Like, I don't know what other show gives you this many amazing calls. Like, we gave you SGMO last week, unbelievably pump. Like, crossing a large array of assets. We just get it, man. I'm checking it now. Missed most of the show. Yo, this show is sick today. We got way less watchers than we've ever had. Today, kind of, I took Sunday off. Maybe it killed the momentum a little bit. I don't know why, too. Bitcoin going up and down. I blame myself sometimes. Is it me? Was it my energy? Why didn't I get as many live people watching my live? Like, normally we're at 20s. We're into the 20s. We do get 20 likes now again, so that we never used to get that. That has changed. But today, only 15 people watching. Usually we have way more people in the stream. Monday morning is a droopy day. Maybe people aren't around. Shout out to everyone who is in the stream. Let's appreciate what we do have. Instead of thinking of what we don't have, let's appreciate what we do have. We have 15, 16 amazing people. We have 20 amazing likes. And we have a lot of engagement. Theo Wrench, Crypto24, Ross Bush, this person, Anthony Aliferi, my man, Crypto Don Juan from the beginning, one of my first subscribers ever, Segura 1013, The Wrench, Hadouken, Chris Conlon, 007 MP5, this person, Des Romaine, my man Des, man, Dehan, my dude, Segura 1013, my man, with the good news about China too, bringing it in there, Eddie DC, always coming through, Jay Supreme with the dope name and the dope vibes and posting a chart, Jesse B, always having something to say, really bringing it in, Mohit Singla, coming through, Blast from the Past, my buddy, man, from another mother, Aaron says hi, his girlfriend, really appreciate that. That's going to make me feel great all day. Young E doing his thing. Avati, great day to fill the bags. Thanks to you, Lifer. Took on cover. Thanks, man. Yeah, guys, looking to learn each day. You guys are great, man. You guys are great. We did a lot today. We made a lot of progress. So I want to get into cover. So I'm going to go over some quick news. I don't want to miss this cover pump that looks like it's about to occur not too long from now. So, and again, stop loss. Always only use 1% of your portfolio. Okay, right now, look, I'm going to show you how I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to put in a 5.8% stop loss. Okay, and I'm going to take 150, which is my risk. I'm going to divide it by 0.0586. And it tells me I can put $2,500 into this trade. Now, it's even more, I kind of want to, whenever I see a trade like this, I might go up to a 4% stop loss. I would like to up my risk a little bit. I'd like to risk 200. Normally it is 150. I would like to risk 200 on the risk. 0.0461. So we're going to take the 200. We're going to divide it by 0.0461. We're going to up the ante. $4,300 on this trade. I just feel more bullish about this trade than normal. And due to that, look at the risk reward ratio. We're going to risk 4% to possibly gain 56. That's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. Very, very strong move. Okay. Now, as long as Bitcoin just goes sideways, this is going to help out. If Bitcoin can just kind of even do this and range in here, we're going to be fine. It's going to help out these coins. And then this also, Bitcoin is still in this bull pennant. I said, remember, we started the whole channel with if Bitcoin stays in this bull pennant, it could break out. If it breaks through the bull pennant, it's going to come back down. Watch this. If you haven't seen the beginning of the show, we showed you eGold. We showed you Cody. Right at the beginning of the show, we started with a bang. We really did. And now I broke down exactly where I see happening for Bitcoin, where we're going, what's going down. And yeah, not much else to say. It's kind of channeling and it's in a good way. So let's take a look at what the pundits are saying today. I love to see if there's just new news, who's news, the bee's knees, all that fun stuff, you know. There's a bit of hacking going on. Like to discuss that as well. Update your Microsoft computer to the highest update possible. Make sure you're using VPNs. Make sure you're blocking yourself make sure you're using hardware wallets, and just, you know, watch out. This could be the biggest year of hacks coming as the market gets really, really big. We really have to pay attention. So, wow, there's a lot of talk going on today. Let's start with CNBC Mad Money host bought the Bitcoin dip last week. Kramer doubles down on Bitcoin. The popular TV host changed his mind on Bitcoin earlier this year. He admitted on Anthony Papiano's podcast. He asserted that the actions undertaken by the U.S. Federal Reserve during COVID-19 pandemic have highlighted Bitcoin's merits. How come it took him this long? I think it's like, are you in the space so much you get blinded by your own knowledge? Like, I figured Bitcoin out years ago, and it was obvious to me, right? It just doesn't make any sense, man. Apart from taking advantage of buy the dip opportunity, Kramer noted that he usually continues to buy more as the asset price slumps. He describes his Bitcoin position as not a big one, but it's certainly important to diversify. As such, Bitcoin enables him to have a balance of assets that also includes gold. Yeah, you got to. Oh, got my Lifer t-shirt today. Hoodie has not shown up yet. What the? Dude, I'm going to call that company and be like, yo, what are you guys doing, man? Like, send my stuff out. Like, he's been in it for a while. He's full of crap. Yeah, right? With quarter two bull run that's been resulted in reaching a new all-time high, the cryptocurrency has garnered the attention of new investors. As reported in late November, the number of newly created addresses on the Bitcoin network reached highest levels since January of 2018. Yeah, all the people that jumped in after the move, you know. BlackRock CIO, Bitcoin is here to stay and to replace gold. I don't know, man. Will it really replace gold? I'm mostly thinking of selling my gold for Bitcoin. I own gold, and I'm just like, why do I sit there and hold it? I can't do nothing with it. And who's going to buy it off me? Anyone will buy my Bitcoin off me. It's just easier to get liquid. Like, well, I take my gold right now. I'm going to go sit there and go find some guy, go to a gold seller, buyer. He's going to try to rip me off. Let's think about it. I can convert it right now to Bitcoin, you know, and make some moves with it. Interesting. So, founded in 1988, New York, BlackRock is an American global investment management corporation. In fact, it's the world's largest asset manager with over $7 trillion in AUM as the end of 2019. Its CEO, the person making the investment decisions, recently appeared on CNBC's Squawk Box and discussed Bitcoin, perhaps due to its recent prices increase that led Bitcoin to new highs. The primary cryptocurrency has become a hot topic of discussion among many traditional investors. I think the digital currencies and their respective particular millennials' receptivity of technology and cryptocurrencies is real. Digital payment systems are real. The executive of BlackRock noted, I don't do a lot of it or any of it in my corporate portfolios, and it's hard to say if it's worth the price it's trading today. However, he outlined that due to the aforementioned durable mechanism, it could take the place of gold to a large extent. He believes that the cryptocurrency is more functional than the precious metal, and it's much easier to send coins from one spot to another using the internet rather than passing a bar of gold around. Like I just said, look at my life, right? The narrative that Bitcoin could compete or even surpass the bullion has been brought out lately by other traditional financial institutions. A report compiled by JP Morgan Chase & Co. indicated that Bitcoin's price could expand tenfold as institutional investors are more inclined to get involved. You have so many reasons why Bitcoin's going to go up. Binance Futures USDT free voucher. Use this link and register to get 10% off fees and $50 in USDT when trading 500 USDT. Interesting. Last time Bitcoin broke 17K, the way to 20K all-time high was quick. Damn, this is crazy. After buying Bitcoin at $800 in 2016, Mexico's second richest man doubled down. According to the Forbes publication from earlier this year, Pelago is the second richest wealthiest man in Mexico, with a net worth of approximately $12 billion. The post also outlined that he's the only Mexican billionaire whose wealth has increased in the past year. Interesting, he doesn't seem like a fan of traditional fiat currencies to store his sizable wealth. He shared a video on Twitter recently showcasing that banks in an undisclosed Latin country have thrown away paper money. Pelago commented on the act and named paper money worthless. He also went on to suggest that people should diversify their investments. Although he hasn't revealed their names, the economies of several countries in Latin America have suffered for years. The government-issued currencies of nations like Argentina, Venezuela, Chile, Brazil have lost a lot of value, not only against the dollar, but against Bitcoin as well. He bought Bitcoin in 2016. Lucky dog, man. Firstly, he recommended the Bitcoin Standard book written by Savidi Amamas in another tweet. Shortly after Pelago clarified his Bitcoin position and the time of his entry, he noted that 10% of his liquid portfolio was in Bitcoin. The other 90% are in various precious metals. Wow. So, like, he keeps a lot. Like, he doesn't like any currency. He's a smart man. The Mexican also said that he used the services of large digital asset manager Grayscale to complete his first Bitcoin purchase in 2016 when the asset was around $800. With the Bitcoin price hovering around $18,000 now, it's worth noting that Pelago has received a 2,150% return on investment on his initial investment in 4 years. The rich keep getting richer, man. Bitcoin at 709, a snapshot of total cryptocurrencies from the 2016 elections. Remember in 2016, Bitcoin was only $700. Unbelievable. Massive Google outage shows why decentralized is better. Multiple Google services around the world went down today at 12 p.m., leaving millions of people around the planet with no access to their YouTube, Gmail, or Google services. That didn't happen to us, right? We're still rocking. Decentralized December 14th, huh? Web users were left bewildered everywhere from Brazil to Birmingham as they were suddenly cut from streaming services and remote workers unable to update Google host worksheets. By UTK 12, the issue appeared to have been, it was 5 a.m. today, has resolved, but there was no shortage of crypto community members at hand on Twitter with some insightful comments. One rushed to make an opportunity quip at the expense of prominent crypto cheerleader Anthony Pomp, writing, "Google is down. INB4 Pomp tweets Bitcoin never goes down." NEK. YouTubers right now, right? Bitcoin fixed this. Bitcoin fixes this. One Bitcoin holder was keen to point out that Bitcoin prices were actually down at the time of Google's outage, so technically it might be awry to suggest that Bitcoin was still up while Google was down. Other commenters disputed the veracity of this claim, with Bitcoin prices rising moments after. Though with the price volatility a regular thing in Bitcoin world, just who wins the semantics war on this front is anybody's guess. Happened this morning around 6:30 a.m. established. Yeah, entered cover. Yeah, please enter cover. Don't sleep on cover. Don't. I actually have to get off the stream so I can go enter cover. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for more. Let's keep moving. Cover is about to explode. 1288 was that price. Look at it. At the very least, it can come back down to the pattern at 1259. Not a lot of losses here. Very, 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 very good trade. Waited for it. We were patient. We never chased the green candles. We wait for the consolidation, and now we snatch it. And this is how you do it. This is how patience pays off, my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. And together we will say it. Crypto is life. Love y'all. Be safe.